other game to be played, right? You just don't know. Jake, what's up, bro?
I kept them.
What's up, man?
I was typing away in the chat and I felt lazy. So I might as well just hop on.
What's up, man? Welcome to the party, bro.
I'm keeping count.
Yep.
That's one gum.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to start counting.
Yep.
So you guys were
man.
talking about element 280?
Oh yeah, man. How beautiful and pretty it is, right?
I mean, it's clean, man. The arbitrage bots are definitely doing work on the pools because every time somebody sells element 280 in the element Titanx pool, you see the ARB bots go to work on all the other pairs. You can see it on Etherscan.
Yeah, dude was just talking about that, yeah.
Yeah, it's
You guys are
creating.
getting me FOMO.
It's not just volume on the E280 pairs. Like, it's creating a ton of volume on the Titanx ecosystem pairs as well. Like, you know, because all that Titanx is routing through all of the ecosystem tokens. Like, all of these tokens we're buying with Titanx, and then from there we're buying E280. So it's creating tons of volume, and yeah, shout out to Marco. The machines are getting fed all of these LP fees. You know, like,
I'm making a tweet and writing about I'm literally typing over here, making a tweet regarding like these red days are beautiful for the kingdom of Titanx compared to brutal days of other ecosystems, because the next day or the same day the machines come and eat it all up. I'm literally typing it. Hilarious, man. I love it.
But it's all smart contract owned, you know, and it's just all those smart contracts are just soaking up all these LP fees.
Yeah, dude. It's so good.
The burn amount is just insane. It's growing so fast. And I can't. I expected some people to be burning NFTs, but about to hit 1,000 is just amazing to see. I can't believe that there's that many people out there that are itching to. I imagine a lot of those people are realizing, oh, there's value. They could burn it and remint another NFT. But I thought most of those players were just going to be minting and selling tokens, you know. But we just this stat is just crazy. And we're minting is still live. Like, once this minting phase is done, every one of these NFTs burned is just going to be so epic for everybody else that's still there holding.
Hey, dude, with the I got a question. With the incorporating the option to do a purchase with ETH, I mean, what type of results have you seen with that? As in giving the investor or the person interested an option to use tokens or ETH. I mean, it's like I'm pretty sure it's got to be up there.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't kept exact track of it. Like, there's one right here, 45 minutes ago, mint with ETH. Lots of Titanx. It's I don't know, if I just threw a number out, there's another. No, it's the same one. If I just threw a number out there, I'd say maybe 5 to 10%. There's another mint with ETH. It's definitely there. We're definitely was noticing it. That was one of the first things I was looking at. Was like, was this worth adding this? There's another one there. They're definitely rolling in. People are doing it. I've been recommending this to other builders. Like, it's 100% worth the extra code to put that in there, because it's just, it makes it so simple and easy for a new person to come in and play.
Exactly.
Which, you know, this is, you know, the whole thing. What Element 280 is the Titanx easy button, and you don't even need Titanx. You just click the toggle, and you don't even need Titanx. Just show up with the ETH. Everybody's got ETH in their wallet. You got to pay ETH for gas fees. That's the base currency. Titanx itself is that leverage play on ETH. So it just makes complete sense to go that route.
Yeah, and let the system make the swap behind the scenes if it has to, you know? It's
beautiful.
Like make it easy for the user, you know? I agree.
Yeah.
Smart move. Now you get actually the opportunity to bring new economic energy into the system instead of using something that you already have that nobody wants to get rid of.
But it allows them to come play, and then once they get used to the foundation of things, how things work, then they could go and start buying more Titanx and everything else. You know, you want their foot in the door first. You know, so that's a smart move by one click. Good job, man.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Is I want this to be as easy as possible for a new user. Like this is, you know, everyone, you know, they're asking like, where do you start when you go to Titanx Hub and you see this long list of projects? Where do you start? The first thing everyone says, just hold some Titanx. You know, start there. Like with this, you don't even have to do that. You can just mint the Element 280 token, and you're immediately in the entire ecosystem. You know, there's no fear of FOMO by holding this NFT because there's the LPs on every single token in the ecosystem. It's just amazing.
Well, the FOMO is there if you don't have the NFT like me. So thank you very much.
It's just one button.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful.
But yeah, I'm gonna do it after the stream for sure.
I really good. I was just gonna say I wish the deck screener would pick up all these because like it's showing 340K in 24-hour volume. That's only on 5 of the 14 pairs. Like the actual trading volume is way up there. The deck screener doesn't even show because it's not. These are exotic LPs. It usually takes them a little while to figure it out and get all those stats put in there. I've seen it with Giannis, you know, creating that LP web. It takes him a minute to figure it out. But once it does and it fulfills all these stats, like we'll actually be able to see, you know, because people are like, oh, there's a, you know, they look at the Titanx pair and they're like 78,000 in liquidity. That's nothing. I'm like, well, that's only one of the 14 pairs. If you add up the liquidity to every single one of these, it's much, much higher. And like the liquidity is there.
Right.
So
yeah, Jake, what I was telling dude earlier that should be one of the biggest marketing for this is that, you know how everyone has their own personal tokens. Everyone loves clicking the buyer burns before they make a sale, whatever it is, right? Well, why not go to that particular website, click on that button, they come over here and click the button one more time, you know? So now if you're trying to make a sale, you're trying to, you know, sell into that sale, why not get 2 places to help boost your bag value while you exit out the system or do whatever you got to do while you help your continuous bags now, plus burn Element 280 at the same time, you know?
It's a 1-2 punch.
1-2 punch.
Mhm.
Beautiful, man. That should be like the #1 marketing just right there alone. It's beautiful.
yeah.
And then we have the freaking NFTs. That's even better. You know, so good. It's so good, man.
I really like how it's scaled out though for
Yeah.
once a week. It's positioning for the future, right?
Yeah.
Especially when Gwei goes up and all the rest of that. It's future planning, right?
Yeah, and if you can't claim, you can't claim this week, just wait next week and claim it, or claim at the end of the month, right? Do you want to collect a weekly paycheck, a bi-weekly paycheck, or a 1 month, you know, paycheck? That's your choice. There's no penalties. It's brilliant, you know. Just be gas efficient. It's great.
Well, it's the same thing as like when you're mining on the farms, based on what your yield load is, you know, the fees may eat a good position of that based on what your bag is. So, you know, let those build up so it's congruent to be able to do it without the most resistance as possible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We got somebody wanting to extend the mint phase. Sorry. No
I
can
said,
do.
I said nope.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
That's great. It's great. More legendaries. Yeah, I was interested. You know, let me go back to the stats here. I was curious how many people would want, you know, because like if you want to mint a legendary, there's no whale bonus. One legendary. Let me go to here real quick. It's all 1-to-1 cost basis. 10 billion gets you 10 billion, 1 billion, 1 billion, 100 million, 100 million. This is just for ease. You know, whales can come in. They don't have to mint 200 commons. They can just mint a couple of legendaries. So I was really interested to see the stats on it. And it's a pretty solid spread, I would say. Lots of people really, really like that amplifier bonus. If you notice, like,
oh, dude, I have a question when you're done.
I mean, that's pretty much all I wanted to point out there. and we are still 6 away. I really believe we're gonna see 1,000. Somebody who wants to burn that NFT, let's see it.
Hell no, bro. Can you go back to the minting part of the NFT?
Well, Ahmed just said he just
when
got
folks-
10 more NFTs, so we may be over 1,000 right now.
Yeah, one question I had was when folks, let's say I make a legendary, right? And I take that 1 billion Titanx and I burn that to get the extra the boost. By me burning that, do I get credit towards if I go back to Titanx website and it recognizes that wallet burns Titanx? Does it get credited?
That was the original design, but everybody, that was a big thing. There was a lot of feedback we got was like, why don't burn it? Don't burn it. So those tokens are actually going to the HLX. They're going to the HLX treasury, so they're getting locked
even
up
better,
forever.
even better. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
And we're doing that with the Pulsar side because we're taking zero Titanx and all the rest of that because we are an infrastructure pass that allows people to get the 100% credit across the board from the 100% burn and Titanx and the over 90% buy and burn on the Pulsar side. We wanted to basically give the most user base to get you that credit because since in hyper-deflationary mode, that 8% is massive. That is massive, like gold in the future.
Yeah.
But since we're not doing the other side mechanics like minting and staking and all the rest of that, that's why we went that route with the decision to focus on protocol first mentality.
Yeah, that's great, man. Like, because don't get me wrong, I would have loved that credit, right? But going to the Helios treasury, know what that does and how it helps just the rest of Helios and Element 280 all that stuff. It's great. It's almost like a mini Dragon X inside yourself. Like it's great. Like I like it, man. Good job. Yeah, good decision. I want to give people the right information, not tell them, yeah, you do get credit, and they don't. I don't want to give people false information. So thank you for answering that. Yeah.
Right. But when you do, like the important part is like those tokens are taken off the market forever.
Yeah. And you're getting a bonus anyway, so you're getting your values anyways if you think about it in Element 280 rewards. So it's a win-win for everyone, user, protocol, and everybody else. So good job, man. Thank you.
I like the echo of your cat behind you, by the way, dude.
Yeah, cats always around.
That's the most important part of life is the having the gatos.
Yeah, they are fun. They're fun until they wake you up at like 7 a.m. saying, "Feed me." Like they come sit on your head.
Yeah, check your mints and where you got to deal with your wallet though. It's a good time to be awake.
Right.
Look at that. 997. We just saw 3 NFTs burned. My God.
I'm looking at you. 2 more or 3 more. Let's go.
It's so amazing.
I'm getting some dinner, so I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. It's this to me signifies there's a lot of long-term players. The amped option doesn't really make sense if you're a short-term player because you don't get that additional backing. But the additional percentage of rewards long-term, could be worth it. And I think that's what that signifies to me is there's a lot of people here that are wanting to play the long game.
Yeah. And I know as a founder, you're very limited to the strategies you could share, right? Or talking about price and all that stuff. So I don't mind saying one thing I did for one of my wallets was very simple. I made a few legendaries, kept it that way. Then you make a bunch of rares, right? And the way I treat it, or I will treat it in the future, is if I ever want to exit out, right? You could like ladder your way of breaking these NFTs, right? You don't have to destroy the whole golden goose right away, right? So you could treat them like ladders, So like, if let's say you made a bunch of rares, let's say you don't want to make one legendary, but you want to make a bunch of rares, then make 10 rares, And then maybe you sell one if you have to. Every 3 months you sell one, or every 6 months you sell one, So you always have some skin in the game, and you're always earning passive income while the decision time comes. Maybe when you decide to make that decision, you earn so much rewards where you decide to not even do it, So it gives you that chance to not wreck yourself right away, So that's one strategy I recommend. Yeah.
And I do want to point out, there is additional gas. So I would not recommend it, instead of one legendary, 100 commons.
Yeah, of course. That'd be the best outcome, to make one legendary and call it a day,
I mean, like 10 rares, to one legendary, the gas cost is not that different. We tried to optimize it for that, but 100, that changes it.
Yeah,
if you're going to mint one rare, then minting 10 commons, that's not too different on the gas fees.
Yeah.
But you don't want a few thousand commons. Like that would be insane.
True. Yes.
So. Because I had somebody come to me and they're like, "Oh, I didn't realize that." I'm like, I mean, we can optimize gas as much as we can, but at the end of the day, it's still 100 plus NFTs that you have to loop through for claiming every single one of those. Because these rewards follow the NFTs. So you sell this NFT on the market. If you didn't claim any of those rewards, whoever buys that NFT can go straight to the website and claim those rewards. So that's just something to keep in mind as well. Like while the NFT is sitting on the marketplace, which let's go check it out. It's accruing rewards, which is I think a cool little aspect. We got one on Titan Legends marketplace listed for 4.5 billion Titanx.
They're going to happen sooner or later.
I mean, same thing as What's. It just it takes a little bit of time until people build on it, people crack it, people see what they have.
What if you think there's a 2x from here or a 3x from here? You see, people are going to start posting. People are going to be like, you know what? I can't resist.
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing about after launch day is complete. Then we're going to see the entire cycle in its full form. Right now, it's still what in game day we would call early access.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, it's hard to imagine.
Look at that. That's dope.
Oh, yeah. We got some bullish NFT holders here.
Yeah.
Underneath. Lol.
Yeah.
I'll buy it right now. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Hey, but what's crazy, dude? Like, what's funny? We laugh now, right? And you never know what these things could be worth, man. You never know.
Yeah.
Think about it. If it does, whatever your value you got right now, so whatever you just got paid this past week, right? What if you get something similar in the same amount a month, 2 months from now, and Element 280 did a 2x from here? Oh, now it's more exciting, What if volume is $1 million in volume every single day, Think about that action behind the scenes, Like, what if it does 5x from here? Of course, not financial advice, but these NFTs could become super rare and super expensive really quick. Well, remember, you're
about the olden days, Well, think about the olden days when you used to get baseball cards with bubble gum or some dumb shit, in 60, 70 years ago. Those things became super rare and started the individual collecting paradigm on a completely different level because you bought something at a common rate value. But there's, let's call it a rare Pokemon hiding in every random one. And that starts that ever collection mentality that you don't know what you don't have till you don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Let's see, we got any more comments?
You can't get this back, man. After the mint phase is over, it's over. That's what's cool, man.
Yeah, and even in a bear market, the tokens are still getting burnt.
Yeah.
This is deflationary without any interaction required. We don't. Obviously, a 90% buy and burn is amazing, but it's not necessarily to continue burning this token. Like this is doing it on its own without a buy and burn. So there's one prediction, maybe only a couple hundred. Yeah, that'd be maybe. There's no telling. No telling. What else we got?
I don't know. I'm going against Marco on Last Man Standing, so we'll be the last ones.
Listen, man, this thing, like what Utah said earlier, right? I love that he said it, right? Because you look at this perspective of different people. He wants to save them for the next market for his child, So this is something, if you burn right now and the bull market comes or the bear market comes, right? Like you can't get this anymore. Well, he gets to hold it on to the next one. You never know what they could be in the next bull. That's great. It's a great thing to hold. It's a beautiful thing. And what's great about it too is that, some people, they hear NFT and they think the value got exchanged just for a picture. No,
Oh,
your tokens
God.
are inside these NFTs, guys. Here, you know, so the tokens you had, you're just converting it into the NFT. You're just storing it inside the NFT. It's still there. When you once you burn it, you reclaim all those tokens back. You know, so not like you just got a picture and you got to sell pictures to somebody. You know, you decide you can make the sale online on, you know, Titan Legends or whatever it is, and you decide you still need the money, then burn your NFT, collect the tokens, and do what you got to do. You know, that's brilliant, man. It's great.
Yeah, well, it just blows my mind how people don't understand what an NFT is, being a wrapper on a wrapper, right?
Yeah.
You're wrapping code that technically can pass through Occam's razor and then wrap code again. You can do so much with that damn shit, and people aren't using the tech appropriately.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
these aren't last cycle's NFTs, right?
Yeah.
Like just like everything else in Titanx, it's elevated. The game has been elevated. The technology is advanced. Things are different over here, just like everything else. You look at every new project that's launching, you know, it's next level. Like it just keeps getting better and better and better. And it's like, my God, what are we doing over here? The stuff that's happening over here in this ecosystem
Yep.
is truly amazing and super, super advanced, you know, advanced on the back end, but easy to use on the front end for, you know, for the user. I
Yeah.
love it.
Open the
Thanks to
pod
the
bay
guy
doors.
down there.
Open the pod bay doors.
All because of what Jake did, right? Made Titanx. Everybody else came to play, man. Shout out to Jake.
Yeah,
And now I'm
yo.
playing together with everybody.
Come on, man. You gotta stop being humble, bro. Talk your shit. You know,
You're
you
right.
built something incredible, man. You built something incredible, man.
I mean,
you built something great,
if
and
it
he
be-
built an incredible NFT. Look at that, right? Dope, man.
yeah, yeah, of course. I mean, if we're being real, Titanx would not be what it is without the builders.
Absolutely.
So it is. Yes, I did my work, but it's all these guys that make
Yeah.
Titanx what it is.
100.
Yeah,
It really, the build on Titanx is the ultimate mythos that fixes all the other thing. Because you can go through, I mean, shit, like with Zen, you have hundreds of wallets. Do you really want to click through all that? Just like 100 different comments? No. But we learn. But really binding community to positivity and passion, money. Like, that's really what it comes down to. Positivity and passion.
I mean, you created the
100%.
ultimate playing ground for people to play on.
Hell yeah,
So,
dude.
yes, it's recognition to the builders, but what would the builders would have done without the playground to actually play on
Yeah.
and have everybody? We talked about this before. The capabilities of having everybody uphold the ethos is something that is admirable. I mean, keeping everybody accountable is what actually made this all work. The accountability to everybody and keep everybody accountable if they make a mistake. And the shift that I see within Titanx is, before everybody created something, how can we create as much value as quickly as we can? And now we're working on how can we make sure we don't drop 80% in the bear market? What can we do to make it 70% or 60%?
And that's what's cool,
That
man.
shift is
That's different level thinking. There you
Yep.
go. That's this community DeFi 2.0 right there, right? That's like,
yes.
don't worry about the bull. Anybody can make it in the bull, and we're gonna do great, right? Like it is what it is, right? But how can we keep on doing something during the bear, right? The machines don't sleep in the bear, right? We might, they don't, right?
Make our
How can you
money in the
make
bear
sure they're
market.
ready, right?
Yeah.
So we're making the machines awesome, right? We're making sure they're oiled properly, they're tuned perfectly, you know, they built proper, you know, and let them ride, let them do it. That's why I made my tweet just recent, right? Like these days are brutal for other communities and other times, you know. To me, this is a day before the machine have fun tomorrow to go play. You know, machines love these red days. They don't stop. They eat they eat more. They take over. They take over the rebellions that's trying to take over. They destroy them more these days. You know, it's a bloodbath for them. You know, they love it. So
The level of collaboration and how everybody is working with one another, it's literally like you have a theme park.
Yeah.
So you have a really big group of people. They all go to the same theme park. Do they all go to the same attraction? No.
Yeah.
Somebody may like this, somebody may like this. This is exactly the same. You don't have to be part of in any of it.
Yeah.
It's something that attracts you. and you're
Mhm.
instantly part of a really big community, of a wide, broader community than you actually thought you were entering. And it's literally like trying to constantly add value instead of extracting value. It's a refreshing sight to see for sure.
And you know what I like too, when people want to build on Titanx. Like I know when I'm trying to do my own thing behind the scenes, I go with the flow chart. I know all you have done it, because you guys all built incredible things already. Like you look at it, and the first thought is, how much Titanx can I help burn? That's awesome, right? Usually is like, how much money can I get from these people? How much can I extract? How much can I this? You know, how much can we raise right? How many extras you could do? The first thing is, how much portion can I put to the side to make sure I burn enough Titanx? And then how much can I maybe support my own token or somebody else's token to help burn that? And then convert that economic energy to help pump mine, you know? It's a beautiful, flawless way of doing things. It's great, man. The mindset of how people build is incredible. And you know what? We don't need to talk about it. The codes are showing it. The charts are showing it. The progress is showing it. You know, it's, you know, what Jake did, what he built, the way he built his Titanx, and then everybody else follows suit. It's great, man. It's dope.
Yeah.
It is so dope, man.
The Genesis wallet is a big thing, or a big part of it as well. It incentivized the builders to have a steady income to keep on building without having to nuke their own product.
Yeah.
So there's always, so
Right,
yeah,
bro.
he literally took capitalism to another level and dropped it on the blockchain, and do it the way capitalism should be working. So yeah,
Good job.
I love it.
Mhm. It's by design. This is
Yeah, look at Jake said.
everybody
That's
that's playing in this in the Titanx playground. You know, they're at the very least indirectly supporting everybody else.
Exactly.
Like with Element 280, like I made a point to directly support them. You know, I'm directly buying and burning their tokens. But even if you're not doing that, you're supporting everybody else. Every Titanx that you take off the market supports every other protocol in the ecosystem, because we're all built on top of it. So,
and every protocol takes care of that Titanx that gets entered. That's what's cool, right? They all respect it. They all one proto person hands it over. They grab that that green gem, and they take care of it, and they make sure it's used properly and do whatever they got to do with it. You know, and they all do that, man. It's dope. Mike, what's up, bro?
Let's go.
Hey guys, how's it going, man? I was actually going to sleep, but then I saw you guys. I was like, shit, I gotta join now.
Let's go, bro. What's up, man?
Mike?
Contagious.
Dude was just giving you so much prop earlier regarding the add-ons you did for Element 280 on the Titan Hub. So, and it looks beautiful, bro. Great job with that. Great job.
Yeah.
No worries. What exactly? I missed that.
Dude, do you want to show him or explain what you were sharing? That was a cool stat. Maybe Jake didn't see it too. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, one stat in particular I've been watching is the buy and burn balance.
Oh, I see. Now I get the context.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
and
pretty cool, man.
This yellow line just steady going up.
Just winding the coil.
Yeah. This is beautiful.
Seen
Right
it
here.
before.
Yeah, that's on the Titan Hub Premium, and that's regarding Element 280, the buy and burn balance. It's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I can do a quick scroll. Like, there's tons of stats on several projects. Element 280. I don't know where's the. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that, man.
Come check out your
worth
your
it.
favorite protocol. Yeah.
It's so worth it, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of work went to this, man. I mean, shout out also to Ted. We a team. Is not
Awesome,
everything
Ted.
you're seeing here is just my creation. Ted is in the team as well, and a lot of work went to this, man. So, but very excited about this, man.
Yeah, 10x Ted.
Oh my god, I didn't
my
realize
team life.
Ted was part of this. Ted, I'm sorry, bro. Amazing work, buddy. Amazing work. Amazing.
Shout out to the team.
He's definitely in, man. And
I
he
apologize,
actually
buddy.
wanted to join.
I apologize. Yeah.
He will be on the stream very soon as well. But because up to now he wanted to be in the background, and I always every week I tell him like, man, come to the stream, But I think he will be joining now. So hopefully day 369 he'll join.
Hopefully he comes on. Yeah. Tell him.
Yeah, he needs to
tell
get
him
on
we said
here.
Thank you. Yeah. Tell him we said thank you. That's awesome, man.
Yeah. Always, man.
Yeah. So yeah, I love this stat right here. And after looking at this, I was like, you know what, like, what are we doing here? We need to fuck around and find out. And I cranked up the buy and burn. It was rolling
Oh yeah, by half, right?
every
Like
hour.
half.
It's now
Yeah,
going
yeah, yeah.
every
Every half an hour. Yeah,
ev-
I saw it
every
earlier.
30
Yeah.
minutes. Let's
Well, I mean, that was the
Yeah.
use case that was really interesting about Volt is
Yeah.
seeing it press like a nomic press. It just smashes every 5 minutes. And that was a very different vector than what we've seen with all the other protocols being that 30 minutes an hour, 2 hours and all the rest of that. Based on what its well of liquidity is and how long it can manage it, it can have very different paradigms and parameters on what happens with that. And that is a very interesting case study. So, really important to look at the system, digest it, see what it does, take a step back, and then understand that you've learned something to apply to suss out, and then run that simulation fucking real time. I mean, sometimes that's scary, but running a simulation in real time gives you a lot of immediate data, whereas speculating on a system behind the scenes for a long time is not going to get you there.
Mhm. Absolutely. And like this does not disappoint me right here.
Look, it went up again.
46
It was
billion.
much less earlier. Look at that. It went up again.
Yeah. Yeah,
Now
this is
92.
just rolling. Yeah, super hard. It's the distribution happened yesterday morning. We're looking at this is a day and a half. What is this going to look like in a week? And I don't think it's going to disappoint. I mean, not financial advice. Do your own research. Blah blah. But this is
It increased by about 9K from earlier from Mo stream. I just checked. Look at that.
That's insanity to me.
How awesome is that, right?
Yeah.
Actually, 10K because it was 81. Now it's what, 92, something like that. Wow, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What I really like about. Go ahead, dude. Sorry.
No, just giving the update. I'm waiting for this to tick over to 1,000. So I know somebody wants to burn their NFT. Three more to go.
Too. When it happens, take a screenshot. Don't forget.
I mean, people realize that they can compound using their rewards, right? Like, there's no reason to you don't necessarily need to burn NFTs right now. But if you want to, go ahead, because I'm happy to get your rewards, which I love about this protocol. But I can compound within this mint cycle without burning any NFTs. I just got to get some rewards. I'll mint a couple more and just keep going, and then I'm just gonna hold in a perfect case of the impatient. We'll pay the patient.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it, man. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm. What else you got going on, Mike? You got any updates on what you got going on?
I mean, one thing I just wanted to mention was regarding. I think we were talking on the DMs early on regarding cow swap, right? With the element 280. So I did mention. So probably a bit context. I think today I saw a tweet and somebody was asking how to swap the element 280. I believe like Uniswap, it should work perfectly fine actually. So you have to set up the slippage quite high, right? Is it 20%?
20%, about 20%, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
20%. Sometimes 19 or so. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So I mean, I think with CowSwap, I don't know. Like I think I set it up 20%, even 30%. It still was not working. So I told one of the CowSwap dev that there's an issue there regarding that, and I only gave him one of the pools. So the pool, the biggest pool the Titanx pool actually.
Well, in the beginning, it was DragonX because they had the highest allocation. But since we've been live, everything's fluctuating, and Volt has just gone on a tear. And I believe Volt has the highest liquidity now. Yeah, Volt is.
Okay. You don't have a dashboard to show you that right now? No, right? Do you?
To show us what?
The liquidity pools, like all in one. I guess
don't.
it's something I
Well,
should be
if you go to Deck Screener, you just type in
Oh yeah.
if you
working.
just type in element to 80 and just don't do anything, it should show you all the all the pairs. You can
We're
look
just
at
putting the contract address so it forces it through.
yeah.
Yeah.
The,
I mean,
the
I can
issue
look
is
in.
it's not recognizing all of them. See,
Why
like
I
right
used it
now,
earlier. Yeah. That's
it's
right.
showing 343K and 24-hour volume, but that's only on 5 pairs. These other
I see.
pairs are not picked up yet.
Okay.
Yeah, you mentioned
If only
that
there
earlier.
was like a stats guy or somebody that puts together all this kind of technical info. If there's only somebody out there that could put that
Mike.
together for us.
Ted. Mike's
Or
like,
is it-
damn it.
Did I miss something?
Hint.
Yeah, that'd be great if your portfolio showed you which pools are doing and the
That's so
yields you
funny.
get on that too. It'd be great.
Yeah, but anyhow,
Yeah, 'cause
so
if you go here, it's showing what is volume? This one's liquidity. So it's showing 80K in liquidity,
Oh,
but
we don't see it on the screen.
that's just the one pair. Oh, whoops.
so
That might help me throw that back up there.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, so you go here, you look at element and you're like, oh, 80K, what the hell is that? But that's just a single pair. That's not, there's 14 of them, so there's quite a bit more liquidity. Like I was saying, Volt's the largest LP currently, and that's because Volt's gone on a tear. And that's where the bonded liquidity plays. This is where you see, this is, a big part of what Titanx is these bonded LPs. And Volt's done great. And just by Vault being awesome, like what it is, the liquidity on this pair has gone up. We still see, I've noticed that volume wise, Titanx is still the leader in 24-hour volume. I think that's, possibly because these arbitrage bots, they're going to the closest pair to ETH, which would be Titanx, because they're trying to get in and out of ETH these plays.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
So dude, so the Kausop dev wrote to me and he says like, it seems strange. Send me the involved address and I'll investigate further. So
Nice.
if you can send me just like the list of all the pools, I think that'll be great, because then he has all the information, and then hopefully they can somewhat reroute all their, I don't know, maybe they can change something in their router.
Sure. Yeah. There's 14 LPs. I'll send every single one of these contract addresses to you.
Exactly.
Mike, while you're waiting too, DeFi Llama works phenomenal. Because Volt even has it. It's the same issue where if you're trying to sell on HotSwap with Volt, it says it's unsupported for a while. I don't know if it's doing it now, but in the beginning when you try to like buy it or whatever, it said it was unsupported. But DeFi Llama works flawlessly.
Yeah. This is also something which I also told the Kausop dev already. There was an issue with Hydra, I believe, and it should be fixed by now. So there are some people who are still getting that issue in Kauswap, and clearing the cache somewhat helped actually, because the fix came, but people were still seeing the arrow, and clearing the cache definitely hurt somebody who did that, and it was working again. But I think from now on, I'll just tell the dev like, hey, just listen to all the Titanx pair, and whenever they pop up, just fix that, man.
Yeah. I do want to put a public service announcement out there. Uniswap, they charge an additional fee just by using their website. Like there's, all of these pairs are 1% trading fees. They're and that 1% goes to the liquidity providers. If you go to the Uniswap's website, they charge an additional fee on top of that 1%. And that goes directly to Uniswap. So the second they started doing that, that's when I started boycotting them. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. Just for a front end, they're charging that. So that's kind of why, CowSwap, I got converted to them. There's several other options out there. I don't want to recommend anything to anybody. You should do your own research on that as well. But but yeah, it's you can literally go to CowSwap and get a better deal, even though you're routing through the exact same Uniswap LP pair. You're going to get more tokens back than what Uniswap's quoting you because they're skimming a little fee off the top of there. So a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, that came in, I think, last November or so. It
Yeah,
was
the update they had.
0.15%, and then it went up to 0.25%.
Yeah,
Must
everybody
be
went at
last
it
November.
on Twitter against them. They let them have it.
Yeah.
They weren't happy.
But there's still people that have no idea. They have no idea because it's not very apparent, on their website, and people don't realize it. And they've been using it for ages. It is the go-to DEX, and that's where all the liquidity is. But you don't have to use their front end. Oh, boom!
Boom,
There
take a
we
screenshot. Take a
go.
screenshot.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Wrap.
Yeah, it's snag that.
Dude,
Beautiful.
you don't have those LPs right now, right? Do you? Like in a list or something?
I do not. No, I've got
okay.
it I've got it saved on Dex Screener watch list, but I still need to go through each one and click it and paste it.
No
After the
worries.
stream, I'll shoot them over to you.
No worries, because the dev is writing to me right now as we speak. That's why I was like, okay. But it doesn't matter. It's all good. I'll
yeah.
send it.
Tell
Don't
them,
worry.
someone's
about
jump on the stream.
it. Exactly. I'll send it to StreamYard.
I'm like, yo, send the link.
Come on.
I'll send you the main pair, at least, if you haven't showed them that. There's
Yeah.
there. I just sent you the main pair, and then I'll shoot you the Volt pair as well because it's again one of the largest ones. Yeah, it's still new. Like I said, I've learned with some of these tokens, especially at this point, some of these are would be considered an exotic pair. So a lot of these sites, it takes a little while for them to get there and get all their shit together to show the stats properly. So that's I just sent you the Volt element pair. But yeah, this it's just
Beautiful.
the machine
man.
is working perfectly.
Dude, that's all you want.
Like
Like element 280
Yeah.
could just go sideways forever, and I'll be happy exactly where the price is right now. Like I'll be just happy alone, just like that. Like it's incredible, man. So good.
Yeah.
Of course, we want it to go higher.
Oh man. Yeah. I mean, if anybody knows anything about supply and demand, what
Oh, yeah.
happens when you reduce supply and demand stays the same? What happens? Yeah.
Look at that red,
Oh,
man. That
1,000.
red is looking good. Look at that red.
Yeah, steady growing. Steady growing.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, what else is going on?
2, 3.
Oh, Jake, I saw somebody was mentioning they're itching to burn their stakes. How many people out there are like just itching? They want to burn their stakes, and I'm just waiting for that moment to give that to them. So just like Element 280, they're burning their NFTs already. They won out already.
Let them take it. Burn it all.
Yeah. So I'm excited to see how much of the stake pool gets burned when you give people the opportunity to do it. I think it's going to be an insane stat when that happens.
We're gonna make Mike Dean make another feature on his website. Always making him work. That's so funny.
So what's your response? Soon you can
I'm
burn.
looking to Shogun now. So X28 will burn stakes. That's coded. That's done. But I'm working through Shogun now because X28 is like the trick up the sleeve, the shotgun. When we need it, we'll pull it out. When we need to protect the fort, we'll pull it out. But Shogun, I'm working through the game theory now. I'm getting it nailed in. Man, that's gonna be a motherfucking beast. I'm excited for Shogun. It might be one of the. If you think Titanx is crazy, just wait until you see what fucking Shogun is. That might just be like the pinnacle of my work, Shogun, because it's essentially taking all the best things that I've seen within the build on Titanx ecosystem, combining it all into one, making it a massive Titanx burner. Because I like my 20% number. 20%, yep. Put Jake Sharpe on there. So I love that 20% number. But it's essentially going to be a combination between Vault, Element 280, and what will be another good comparison? But essentially Element 280 because of the liquidity web. So it's not going to have holder rewards. It's just going to be hardcore burning and feeding the perpetual auction, which is going to be very similar to Vault. But we also want to do the Element 280 thing where Titanx comes in, burns 20%, and 80% gets split across a bunch of hyper-deflationary pairs within the ecosystem. It's going to have paired with everything, but it's going to split between all the hyper-deflationary tokens, buy through them to get to Shogun, which is also going to create a bunch of arbitrage. And the arbitrage feeds the Vault for Shogun, because we're going to put a tax on it. So it's going to be all V2 pools. So this creates a massive effect on the build on Titanx ecosystem, because V2 pools, the fees feed themselves. So as all this volume happens across the pair, it just locks more and more of the build on Titanx tokens up into LPs, combined with the buy volume. And as they're doing that, a part of that Shogun, I'm thinking about 50%, goes into the Vault for people to auction on. And the tax will also burn Shogun. So it's a massive combination between all of it. The liquidity web is going to be a massive part of it. And then as that effect happens, like we're also going to have a buyout through Pulsar, because that has also a big effect on the ecosystem. Because every time that ratio breaks, it just drags one Ethereum in and two Titanx in. The Ethereum buys Titanx, but then the Titanx gets locked up in pools, burned, sent to DragonX, sent to Helios. So Shogun might be a big reason that that ratio breaks and the arbitrage opens up, and then the pistons start kicking off, like Hilag's talking about. So it will do. Shogun will be fucking. I'm excited for Shogun.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's a bit of it.
What's
And then
the
also you see
saying?
liquidity.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So
Yep.
it is. So taking elements out of element 280. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, just basically taking what's working and add to it and make it even better. You know, like, and deflationary tokens on top of deflationary tokens. But we've never seen this. Nowhere in crypto we see this. This is oh
Right.
man, I am loving where I'm at right now. The Titanx ecosystem is just unheard of.
Oh, we haven't even hit hyper-deflation yet on
Yeah.
Titanx. So then we'll have hyper-deflationary things built on hyper-deflationary things on a hyper-deflationary thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna get nuts. That's gonna get nuts, dude. When Titanx becomes hyper-deflationary, because then you have a hyper-deflationary base that everything is priced in.
Yeah.
That's when things get insane. And we're very, very close to that mark. It's roughly so day 369 is a catalyst for hyper-deflation. And then when you look at the last minus claiming, which is roughly, if you include for penalties, because roughly 3 trillion you see on future mintable is penalties. Because that's also like stakes from 200 days ago, etc., that were just never claimed, but they're still showing up in get total minting, the reading function on the smart contract. So it's roughly, it's less than 3% of the supply. So 97.x% of the supply is already in existence. This is it. The last shot people have, and then we enter hyper-deflation.
Like this week right here, zero. 500 million.
It's
500
wild.
million.
Yeah,
That's
there's a lot of
nothing.
months. Yeah, there's a lot of months where it's just like 3-4 billion. That's it, coming out the whole month.
6
it.
million.
Nothing there, guys. Nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's all gone.
It's absolutely
Yeah.
wild.
And you can hear the machines walking. They're getting closer. You can hear it. You can hear the screeching in the air. You can hear it. You can feel the heats coming closer. They're on their way. Telling you, man. Think about it. It's eerie. Is it eerie feeling? It's all gone. Yes. Let's go.
Yes.
The conference soon. I don't
Right.
think people realize how important that first conference is. You only get one shot at this. And if Titanx is going to do what we think it's going to do in the upcoming years, you will regret it if you were not part of this first moment in history. I've seen it before in other communities where everybody wanted to be part of that one thing because it's so big in the future. So if you get
Well,
the
it's a
chance,
perfect storm, right? It's a
Yeah,
perfect
it
storm.
is.
If you go back into Hexagon days, if COVID hadn't happened, Hex would have never run because everyone was locked inside. Everyone was sitting trying to figure out how to use a webcam, try to talk to other people, trying to build communities and connections. And that was one of the biggest catalysts that brought everyone together. Speaking of, I'm going to be hopping on with graphics here in 30 minutes. So I'm going to grab some food real quick and nom on that. And if you guys want to come raid and join us, we'd love to have you. So,
man.
Awesome.
take
Thanks
care,
for coming
and
on.
we'll see you
Yeah,
on the
man.
flip.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
send
that-
me
that
the
on
stream
top
yard.
of the helicopter
Yes,
money.
sir.
Jake,
bud.
later on, just double check your TG. I sent you something earlier. Yeah. Whenever, no rush.
Everybody's sending me everything.
Yeah.
1 second.
You're in the streamers chat now, though, right? Jake?
Yeah, I am. I feel included. Fuck
Yeah,
yes.
that chat is an amazing idea. I
It's
love
cool,
it.
man. Yeah, man. It's dope. It's fun too, you know. And then people collaborate and see where they're gonna go on, and it's pretty cool, man.
This was an unplanned stream that we've got 7 people on right now. Like there's
Right.
no other way we would have coordinated that any other way.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
one of the things I always do is when I'm typing in live stream chats, I just feel lazy. So I just ask people to send me the link so I can hop on. Because you're
Yeah.
spending time anyway on the live stream. You might as well be on the screen, sharing it out to your stream sources like Twitter, YouTube,
Yeah.
free marketing. Because you're spending the
Yeah.
time anyway. You might as well just get the most out of it.
Yeah, we've got over 1,000 views across everybody's streaming. Like that's
Nice.
I don't think I would be able to do that on my own. But everybody else that's joining and they're sharing, and it's catching more and more eyes. And I think that's a brilliant thing to be doing. Yeah.
Man, it's
We're all
so
enjoying
genius
the-
because one of the cool things about the guest streaming on StreamYard is every time I'm on Twitter and there's a stream happening, I know of it because I see it like 4 times at the side of my Twitter. I'm like, that's genius. I love that because you have so many
Yeah.
stream sources going, and all of them
Yeah.
if you follow them, they show up on the right side of Twitter.
Shout out to Mike Dean there.
Yeah,
Yes,
the premium is where it's at, man. Guys, there's no. Let's take a pause real quick, right? There's not I'm not getting paid by Mike for this. There's no way in the hell you're in Titanx and you're making big moves and doing anything in this ecosystem and you don't have Titanx Hub Premium. It's like shooting yourself in the foot. Like it makes every decision that you ever think of 10 times easier. I'm telling you that right now. Everything you could think of in data, it's right there, super clear, super precise. It's right there.
But you gotta
Yeah,
be a data nerd.
you're trading blindfolded. Otherwise, I feel like I didn't know I was blind, but then I go to premium and I'm like, oh my god, I can see now.
You have like 30 tabs open, trying to like figure out everything. This is LP, this is happening. And let me go back to this other one. You click one thing, you're like, hallelujah. Like, it's fresh breath there. It's cool, man.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
cool.
appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. It's
It's dope, man. It's good. It's good stuff.
I mean, that's how I felt in the beginning when Titanx launched. I was like, oh god, it's like it was such a pain because it's like I felt like I was flying blind, and it was such a pain. And
then you were the one that did the Dune thing, right? The Dune
I mean that's essentially how I got known in some ways, right? Yeah, dude, that was some of the days, man. I've seen some people reposting some of the older videos I did early on. I was damn, man. I was like, those were good videos, man. I couldn't imagine like how good they were.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's tons of gold. You go back in time. Real quick to answer this. Yeah, we definitely intend on including these future projects. Alien X. There was a question about Ouroboros and Pulsar. Absolutely, I love to add all of them. The thing with these LP webs, the more the merrier. Obviously we don't want to just pair with just anything, but Element 280 is bullish on the entire Titanx ecosystem. So it's the bonded liquidity pairs within the Titanx ecosystem is just fire. It's fire, and we're excited to have every single one of those. So yes, short answer, yes.
I think Ouroboros is about to hit 3 trillion. I think it is.
I haven't looked.
Insane.
I'm excited for that, man. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I wish the loaning was out first because I would have went shopping spree with every protocol out there.
Yeah.
Like I'm dying for that loan and borrow. Like just man, I can't wait.
It's coming sooner than later. It's coming. It's gonna
pretty
set
soon,
everything.
so- Yeah, it's on testnet now, so people are playing around with it. you can also see the individual collateral ratio. So every asset has a different collateral ratio, etc. Like for example, Hyper on the testnet went into recovery mode, didn't impact anything else. All the other vaults were good. So every collateral is basically you can kind of look at it if you know Liquidity and how that works, because that's like the most well-known decentralized lending platform. It's like individual liquidities for each collateral.
Mhm.
So I think on the testnet you have Titanx, Hyper Hydra, Inferno, Vol. I think there's a couple. Dragon X, obviously Dragon X, and then there's one more. There's 8 you can play around on the testnet. Maybe
So it's
even ORX.
modular.
Maybe
So it's more
Yeah,
modular.
it's modular.
So it's
Yeah.
safer. So not one thing can destroy the whole thing because it's isolated. Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice. I love that. Yeah, because otherwise you can have like a low liquidity assets won't get added, but you could have like a liquidity that is small compared to everything. So I well could play around with that one liquidity pool and liquidate all the other vaults. It doesn't happen like that. It will just liquidate whoever needs to be liquidated because they're under collateralized in that specific asset. The UI looks good. I'm
Yeah.
surprised, man. I was expecting it to cap out faster. I think people are kind of held back because the loaning platform is not out yet. So it's roughly 2-3-ish weeks away. I think then the realization is going to sit in because ORX is 100% buy and burn. That's just sitting there. It's waiting for supply to come up.
How much?
People are underestimating.
It's I think there's some apprehension because the dev Super Shadowy is not very well known in the community, but this guy knows what he's doing. This is not a beginner. He's been in the game, in the crypto game, for a long time. He knows what he's doing. What he is building is very complex, and he's got the confidence. I see it when we talk to him in DMs or in these private chats. Like, he knows what he's talking about. And I am so looking forward to what's coming with, and it's not just the borrowing lending. Like, there's several other, like, it doesn't stop there. It's going to keep going. The protocol is going to be
builders
huge.
don't stop building. Exactly.
Yeah. Oof.
That man, there's so many things that are being slept on in the ecosystem. Because what I notice is that every time something new launches, and obviously now we're in the launch phase because everybody's trying to get out just before hyper-deflation hits.
Mm-hmm.
But then after that, I see this trend where people go out of one thing to get into the next thing. Like Volt brought in a bunch of new users, so that happened a little bit on Volt, but not really. But then there's so many sleepers in the ecosystem, and that's what I'm diverting my attention. Because you want to be where nobody else is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny that Ali
exactly
just hops on because I think Inferno is one of them. One of them sleepers.
Inferno is definitely a sleeper. The supply is getting munched and burnt away as we speak.
A lot.
Yes,
a
the
lot.
second highest allocation. Dragon X was 12%, Inferno was 10%. So Element 280 is definitely bullish on Inferno.
Element 280 is the friggin' king in town. The burning king.
That's dope, man. So good.
Yeah. We need to
I'm just
come back
dipping
and
my
check.
toes in it right now, but it's fascinating.
Yeah, we were saying earlier we
Yeah.
hit 1,000 NFC burns. 1,000. Look at that.
Just for 1 week, like or 8-9 days.
Yeah. 23 with 3.4% burned. Incredible, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I hadn't actually checked it. I hadn't checked the stats. I minted day one, but there's no way I'm burning mine. I'm holding on to my puppies, and there's no way I'm burning them. There's already been 1,000 burnt.
Yeah. Yes.
No
Yeah.
way.
And looking at Inferno, we've got so far 15 billion Inferno burns.
Hey, but there's a lot of Inferno burning happening in the background. So there's now a buy and burn V2 contract on Inferno that's getting filled through AlienX. You have AlienX built on Inferno now. Flux is burning constantly. So Inferno is only a roughly $5 million protocol. It's one of the core coins. But Flux alone has burned $300,000 of that in the last 22 days.
That's crazy.
That's a lot on a $5 million protocol.
Yeah, and then GoatX is in. So GoatX is going to use, it's going to use up a lot of that supply too. But it's developed already. I mean, it's weeks away from launching as well, and that's another burn on that $5 million market cap coin. It's a nice little day today. Kind of a little bit of a pullback. Everybody can catch their breath and have a look around. Look for a few deals. Yeah, it's nice. You don't want to stop going up. Give me a chance to breathe here.
Now we can talk about families, pay attention to our kids for a little bit before we start
Right.
finding. Talk to your wives real quick. Say hello.
Yeah, 100%.
Who's this guy that keeps cutting my meat? Who's that?
Ali, I love your background, bro. Look at that, man. Look at that. Over time, right? All these things coming out. It's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful to see? Right?
Yeah, they're all in there. In fact, I'm sorry, but that's Baby Dragon X is in there.
I love it.
We've got them all. It's kind of crazy just how quickly the community latches on to what we've created. Like, look at the many memes we've got behind me. 3 months ago, there wasn't even a meme coin. All right, okay, sorry, there was a few meme coins, but just how quickly that meme-fi became a thing. Once Inferno launched, and the ideas, the creativity, obviously there was a copy paste, but the creativity in the community is absolutely insane, and the quality of all the artwork and the memes, they're all cool as fuck,
What's that right one? The green, is that Black Panther?
Oh, I don't know if I should be. The rule number 1 about that one is never talk about it.
God damn it! Now you say A, now you need to say B. Come on.
No, that's it. No, rule number 1 of Titan Bitcoin is never talk about Titan Bitcoin.
Okay, I got it.
So, yeah, that's a community takeover coin, and that's Sorry, we never talk about that one.
Interesting. That's why he's a ninja behind the scenes, just chilling. That's because what you guys did, right? Was you took how how Jake did his version of things. You guys did your own version, and then you took you took regular memes, but made them better. It's like meme 2.0, right? You made them with utility. You made them with purpose, and they all still help time. That's what's cool. Dude made NFTs, right? Instead of regular pictures, he made it with purpose. It has utility behind it. That still helps Titanx, right? It's freaking cool, man. Like, you guys are taking the basics and upgrading them next level. They have utility. They're doing something, Dope, bro.
It's insane to see. Okay, so obviously Volt come in with an absolute, I don't even know what way to describe it. It just exploded on the scene with the new auction patterns, another new distribution method that works. Okay, we've got Dude has launched Element 280 with the way NFTs work. People already coming to accelerate with ideas, combining all this shit, and you're going, what the hell? Just today, I spoke to 2 different people with 2 different NFT projects that don't even know each other, and both of them are like, what the fuck is this? So obviously over time, we'll talk to these people. We'll kind of help them tweak their ideas and get it done. I'm sure one of them will launch, probably both of them. But it's just seeing, and it comes from, what happened at the very start. Jake, you spoke in detail about this the other day, picking all these things from all these awesome protocols, getting rid of all the crap, taking all the best parts. And now people are, coming up, they're seeing what's working best within the ecosystem, and they're trying to, pull this bit together, right? That's working really well there. We'll take that and we'll bolt that. So even just between Volt and E280, the new ideas that people are coming to us with already are insane. And it's exciting.
I mean, Steve himself is doing Volt Gold on E280. That was a question I was going to bring up. What do you guys think? Volt is just on a tear, and the Volt wheel is coming very soon. Like, what E280 Volt itself, like, what is going to happen in the near future?
Oh, it's going to explode. Great. Like, and remember what we said earlier, right? Like if you own an NFT now, you only have a few days, right? And you want to play with something like gold, but you don't want to sell other tokens to get it, right? Make your NFTs, save the rewards, so when gold comes out, you could use those element rewards you got and go play there. You know, you play for free on House Bunny, right? Without hurting your current element bags, right? You're just transferring the power to another thing to actually help your original bag. It's phenomenal, man. You could just do that, you know? Great.
I love it. That's an awesome strategy.
Yeah.
You know how crazy our community is?
That's what I'm doing.
Because like the crazy thing about our community is we had the most insane, revolutionary, innovative farming protocol launched in the entire world of DeFi. And now it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, we're not talking about it.
It's so dope, bro. It's so dope.
Titan Farms is fucking incredible. I love Titan Farms.
It is, and it's
the
exactly,
best
what
ever.
Marco was saying there. You know, Titan Farms, once it came out, you know, it's like, okay, take your bags, throw them in, and then you've got money to play around and all this other stuff.
It's so good.
Yeah.
That's how I'm using it. Yeah, I use my thing for like new plays and shit.
Now wait till you get Ouroboros and you don't have to risk any of those things, right? Like you could just take those things, park them, right? Get whatever, you know, borrow whatever you want, go play, let the value of whatever's in go up. You can always repay it back, get it out, and you're still winning. Like because buying burns is happening. It's helping your bags that's sitting dormant and borrow. Think about that, right? How incredible is that? It's so dope, man. It's so dope. I love this ecosystem.
Titan Farms is really really great. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, the thing is, like, I had to play with it a little bit because I had to do the portfolio, like on the portfolio tracker, and it's very well done, man. It's very well done. And and if you're farming, you better use a Titanx or portfolio tracker.
Absolutely.
It took me so long to get this thing working, man. I think it looks pretty good.
Well, we thank you for it.
Yes, absolutely.
No worries. Because every time, like, I'm going on Twitter, I'm just like, I want to shout to people. It's like, hey, man, this is good. Use it.
But this is,
yeah.
I think this is important because Titanx Hub Portfolio, I use it in a way because I'm never close to my crypto stuff. Like I'm on a streaming laptop now, so I use Titanx Hub to check kind of everything's going on in the farms, etc. on just a random laptop that is not my crypto laptop. So it's super security. Like it helps you a lot with security because you never need to touch your crypto to look at your crypto because you can just go to the portfolio page and it's free. It's fucking incredible. It helps a ton with security.
No risk.
And zero risk.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's one of the things is like for me, like all the stuff I try to do is like the ideals I follow. Number one is privacy, right? So that's like the thing which I'm trying my best to fulfill. So that's why this thing is like privacy friendly. You can just paste in your address there, and you can even have whatever 10 addresses. Like it will show everything essentially.
You know what to do, right? I use it to track certain wallets that I like to see what they're doing, and I see it, and I see the patterns. Oh, they're about to end the mint. Let me see what they do this week with it. You know, like I use it for that too. Just being honest, you know, it helps.
And treasuries. You can follow the DragonX, the HLX treasuries. You can see exactly what they're getting. It's beautiful.
That's dope.
One of the plans I have is actually, I mean, this is a plan which is I'm still working on. Time is the limiting factor. So the idea is to actually have for every token an individual page, and I could have been showing the treasury for, let's say, Helios or something. It could have been going to that individual page, you know. So that's one of the things I'm working on. But yeah, man, it's like a lot of things I'm working on. So some few things need to be put a little bit on the side because other things have priority. But
yeah, I don't actually think that's important because as long as people can go to the Helios website, they can see it. So I think there's more important things to focus on.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that's why it's like that one is like something I would like to have, but not now.
You know what's more important?
Win.
Win.
I know. I'm working on that, man. It's coming together. I mean, that's why it's like I'm just saying this thing is like I cannot work on that because Matrix is in the making.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I see the chats because I'm in the developer chat. So yes, the dev is cooking.
Yeah, man. Yes. Oh, Mackenzie, shout out to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
McKinsey's great. I love McKinsey.
So normally within physics, self-perpetuation or over unity is not possible. At least that's what they teach us in physics. But observing the Titanx ecosystem, it's like, I think physics may be wrong, man. We pretty much look like we have over unity here. Can't we?
Sorry, Morpheus, have you announced a launch date yet?
Yes, we do, but it's not public, and it's not going to be public
Okay.
either. So
Yeah, no, I just wondering. I was hoping I hadn't missed anything. So yeah,
no, I haven't missed anything.
Are you going to make it
Just be
public?
ready.
Are you going to make it public? The launch date?
If we do, it's going to be really, really short notice.
Why?
What's
Is there a reason behind that?
Yeah.
We have our reasons to do so, because everybody tries to play the system or try to snipe or whatever. And in the beginning, we weren't really sure how everything was going to play out and how we're going to do everything exactly. So we said, you know what? Why not do it as stealthy as possible? This way, you will negate a lot of things that everybody is worried about, or at least you hope to. That was more or less the thought process behind it. But in hindsight,
yeah, I would actually release it way ahead of time, because even sniper bots, they don't care about your launch date. They just look in the blocks and see if a liquidity pool is formed, and that's it.
Right.
It's like stealth launching doesn't actually do anything. Does zero.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
can snipe anyway.
one of the big things that I've noticed there, I'm trying to think back. Jeez, man, there's so much happening. Even for me, I can't even think straight. I'm trying to think. Was it fucking AlienX or was it AwesomeX? Anyway. Point I'll make is launches. The community at the minute, the people that are here at the minute, are not being foolish anymore. Nobody is aping these coins at launch. Nobody's aping them.
No.
The bots get wrecked. I honestly can't even remember whether it was AlienX or AwesomeX, but the bots actually lost money. The bots get wrecked. They ended up banned, and they sold straight away because nobody came in behind them and bought. Literally 3 people market bought the coin, and the bots were gone within like an hour, and everybody could start. Everybody could just start, because the community have learned not. Everybody's been burnt far too many times that nobody's market banned. Plus, many of the things get launched where there's no real need to rush to buy on the market. You go in day one, you mint your tokens, you take a bit of time, you buy. You want to buy on the market, you buy day 2, you buy day 3. No real panic. So that's something that's I don't see much point unless there's another sort of reason for a stealth launch. Again. We'll call a spade a spade. A lot of the community are pretty against stealth launches. They can be classed not fair. I'm not saying that it's not fair in any way. If nobody's taking an advantage, because people can launch a coin, and if you launch it and don't buy it yourself, you're not really taking advantage of that. But yeah, my experience lately, stealth launches are not, unless there's other reasons for it, the community won't get wrecked. Pulsar were talking about doing a stealth launch because of bots and all this. But like I say, the community are the people that are here at the minute are smart enough to not ape in.
Right.
Okay, one thing I want to clear up for Pulsar, for example, is I understand why they did a stealth launch, because they wanted to make sure the validators actually. So this is technical. I'll try to explain it as simple as possible. But the way Pulsar works is it needs to bridge the tokens to the other side through OmniBridge. So OmniBridge is controlled by validators. So once you do an OmniBridge transaction to bridge to another chain, that needs to get picked up by the validators. If it doesn't happen, the coins disappear. So it didn't get picked up by the validator. It worked on the testnet, but it didn't get picked up by the validator on the actual mainnet, because nobody actually directly interacted with the OmniBridge before. Everybody uses the UI. Nobody interacted with the contracts before. So the validators didn't know to pick up the transactions. So that's what happened. So then they talked to the validators. Then they did Pulsar V2. So the transactions actually got picked up. People could transfer their V1 tokens to V2 without any cost whatsoever. You get whatever you created. And that was solved. But that's something that they could have not prevented with developing, except for testing on mainnet, because it only happened on mainnet, not on testnet. Testnet, everything was fine.
And just on that as well, Morpheus, I'm not in any way telling you, trying to
Oh
tell
no,
you
no,
what
no,
to
no.
do.
I actually appreciate it a lot. That's what we really attracted the whole wanting to build on Titanx is because everybody just gives their honest opinion and everybody listens to everybody's opinion, so we can actually work on top of it and don't make mistakes that somebody else already made for you. Why would it? So no, we actually
I would
appreciate
announce it because it's a very cool date.
Yeah. Like I would not only that, but maybe speak to Steve. Steve just did Volt, and it had a successful launch. Not trying to stealth, and the bots still got destroyed, and people were still happy and participated. So speak to him, and he started with what I think it was like 5,000 only in LP, and look at where it is now. So yeah.
Big thanks to that is Titan Farms. We'll have to give Titan Farms credit where it's due. They killed it.
Yeah.
I mean, the crazy thing about the Volt model with growing liquidity over through the auctions and starting off small, it was 5 million liquidity before the farms. And then it became 10, 12, 14 after farms. 5 million before farms? God damn.
Good, man.
Yeah.
And fast, too. In days, bro. Days.
Yeah.
Incredible, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited to have him use E280 as one of the pillars. It's
I know we've got Inferno in there as one of the pillars. We've got Awesome X in there as one of the pillars. Come on, baby! I actually forget what I was going to say there. You threw me off my train of thought.
Ali, I agree with you 100%. And Jake, you've said it in the past too. Is like when these launches come, I mean, your best approach is to let the dust settle a little bit. I mean, seriously, because it can be a disaster. It's a little more, it's wiser, to go into the party kind of knowing what's going on before you just, strut on in thinking you're going to take center stage. They got a whole nother world coming you.
The whole Blaze team got wrecked trying to market buy our own launch. All of us, we're all sitting on a Zoom call, everybody ready for the launch, everybody trying to market buy. Every single one of us lost money market buying our own coins,
right?
Because we wouldn't sell, because we couldn't sell our own coin. So we're like, fuck. You were just to mention about the farms. Yeah, Titan Farms was a godsend for Inferno as well. Inferno was sitting with about 150k liquidity. Within a week of Titan Farms launching, there's 1 million liquidity, or a million in liquidity, which is makes an insane difference to just to the performance of the coin. What's possible?
Everything. It did everything. The whole ecosystem, like. It was like a relief of fresh air for the whole ecosystem, right? Because everybody's like, "Oh, liquidity." That was always the stupidest fodder thing going around, and then boom, overnight, like instantly, everything started getting filled up, and everybody started to be able to play. And then whales and sharks and dolphins started to, swim around us and play around us because now they're more comfortable. It was a brilliant move. Farms is incredible timing, man. Incredible.
I must actually take a quick look because the Awesome X launched, and I think it was sitting at about 150k liquidity, and there was 350k daily volume. So it was an LP's wet dream, an LP provider's wet dream. But somebody mentioned it on Twitter, and I think I looked back the next day, and there was over 100k had been added to the liquidity pool already, and that's even without farms. It's just the community. You're all too fucking smart.
Yeah, I was super excited to say that Element 280 was buying and burning Awesome X before Awesome X was doing it.
Look at that. Dope. Dude, you should tweet that. That's a tweet, bro.
That's bullish, man.
Bullish, bro. That's beautiful marketing right there, right? Like, you got to tweet that, man. Somebody clip that and just post it.
Yeah. There's only so much time in the day,
I know. No excuse. No rest to 2026, bro. That's it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I feel it every day. Like I hardly get sleep, and I'm not complaining. Like I live my life on this damn laptop.
It's a beautiful feeling,
Yeah.
Nicotina anime in a laptop. That's all you need.
Yeah, it's exciting waking up every morning and going to Deck Screener and saying, "Where's the good deal today?" You know, it's like there's so much activity and so many opportunities. It's fabulous. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, quoting Jake,
it-
you
it
know,
all-
like just where everyone, you know, everyone's looking over here. See what's going on this side. What's going on
Exactly.
over here?
It's amazing.
What's red this week it may end up being green next month. It happens. It happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't
The
sleep-
perfect example, DragonX.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, oh yeah, whatever. This has a 369 payout, whatever. Nobody really gives a fuck. Wham! 100x.
You know,
Everybody's like, what the fuck?
pulling the gate. It's like, let me in, let me in. That was everybody. Let me in, let me in. Like later,
Yeah,
baby.
that was the ultimate FUD when it was below 1-to-1. People were like,
was
"This
doing
is
this.
this is a failed launch, failed token. Everybody sell and go home." Yeah,
That's so funny, man. Eric like blocking, booting everybody out of TGs. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea. Get out of here. I was like,
yeah, I
Eric.
think, yeah. He
it
was saying the market's irrational. The market.
Yes.
That's what he kept saying.
You don't know what you're talking about. This is genius. That's
Yeah.
it was so funny. Eric was blocking everyone, man. I started laughing, man. But he was right. He was right.
Quick answer on this. I'm going to say pricing varies wildly depending on what you're trying to do and complexity. I would recommend just DMing Ali or Josh and get a more. Go ahead.
Just a quick one on that. So, I mean, the first thing anybody comes, you know, a white paper is kind of what we need. You know, people email through, you know, bullet points, you know, or a paragraph. What we really need for anybody looking to build something is a white paper with the full details of what you're planning to build, and then we can kind of have a discussion. And then from there, you can tell how long it's going to take to build and the sort of price ballpark figure for it. And then that's your starting points. It's easy to go from there. If you don't mind, can you share the awesome? I want to share this with the community. The awesome x.win page. I just want to show what we've got for the community. Anybody wanting? We've got built into Awesome X. There's 2 percentages. There's 3% pools, a 3% pool and a 3.5% pool that comes in and gets put away. If you click in there and click on the stats page, if you scroll down, there's you see the Awesome X launchpad balance and the Awesome X treasury balance. These are funds to build on Awesome X, to build brand new projects. So that launchpad balance, there's 60K sitting there at the minute for any community members to apply to build their own project, and that will fund it. You will become the founder. You will get the Genesis allocation. We can help you build the project that benefits the Awesome X little ecosystem, and that's what that's there for. So anybody can apply to this to become a founder within the Titanx ecosystem. You'll get to work with Dave, me, Bad Sports, and Scotty to bring your vision to life. If you go to the top of the page there, dude, if you don't mind, and click the launchpad, that'll bring you through to the little application page. Bang, nice and simple. Your Twitter handle, your email, and if you can, you know, if you have a Google link or you create your white paper in a GitHub, you can just literally paste the details in there, click submit, and we've probably got about 3 or 4 applications in already, and we want to get one moving here quickly. So we've got 4 days and 14 hours for anybody that wants to build to get their submissions in. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with everybody, just to let you know that that's out there, that if you have an idea for a project, you don't know where to start, you can work with us and be funded to become a founder in the Titanx ecosystem and be up here streaming with all us crazy motherfuckers.
It's just chilling. I love these streams. Like, this is not work at all. Like this, I love chopping it up with all you guys. It's amazing.
Oh yeah. And it gets the brain thinking, you know, just one person says one thing, you're like, oh, I didn't think about it like that. You know, like, I love it, man. It's good.
Yeah. Everybody has a different way to describing things, and it can resonate with somebody completely different that somebody else could never reach. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a great
Another
point.
crazy thing is, where the fuck anywhere else in crypto can you find this?
Yep.
A bunch of builders on stream talking to each other. Fuck builders, just a stream of people talking.
Each other.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it, right? And they all, no matter what they build, does one thing: buys and burns Titanx. Beautiful.
Bingo.
You know?
Yeah, this is incredible, man. Like, because I see everything from a user perspective. I feel so fucking comfortable. Even engaging with other people's project, I'm almost in everything.
You are.
Yeah, I'm in everything. Even yeah, exactly.
You are
100%.
That's not my intention, but
It's like I'm in everything.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's
Well,
it's a beautiful thing, though.
But
Yeah,
it is
because
like, it is a really
it-
nice feeling at the minute because you just throwing a little bit of money into each thing. You can kind of sit back. Okay, only because we're in a position where we've probably made some extra money now that
Yeah.
we've got a little bit to play with. You know, the ecosystem's evolved well. We've been here from the start, but just being able to participate in the auction, buy your NFTs, throw money into Ouroboros, and not even think about it. Just let it just leave them all there to do what they're going to do. Beautiful.
Exactly.
100%. And all these protocols, I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to build a position in this because they're all good.
You're good.
It's not like a donation. I'm like, fuck
Yeah.
yeah, this is good. Of course, I'll participate. Like
Yeah.
Element 280, I remember because I was on the stream. I was like, okay, fuck the stream for a second. I'm gonna go mint my NFTs.
You're like,
I
oh,
wanted to get in.
I gotta make some NFTs. I remember that.
Yeah.
Funny. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
I mean, yeah, I feel you and I understand. Like I have NFTs as well. Like I wouldn't launch a protocol if I wasn't, if I didn't think it was gonna do well, Like I'm building this partially to solve my own issues. Element 280 was like all these projects coming out, and my head's down building. I can't keep up with everybody else's projects, and I'm like, I'm gonna build a project so that I don't have to keep up with everybody else's project.
That's freaking beautiful. you thought about that and you absolutely nailed it.
Yeah.
I think it was Dave from Crypto Awesome that was saying that, build a protocol that you would like to participate in, and it'll do well. And man, it's so true, And Element 280 solves so many issues. I mean, just everything. It supports the whole ecosystem. It's easy for everybody to get into. The value's there. Like, it checks all the boxes, man. I love E280. How you doing, Ali Kane? What's this? Twice in one day?
Yeah,
Oh
unbelievable. Eh?
man.
It's like the good old days, eh?
Oh man, I tell you what. Hey, did you get one of those NFTs for Colin? Colin was born on this journey. You better get him one of those. When he turns 18, it might be worth a lot of money.
Yep, absolutely.
I'll give you guys a little teaser. Mike Dean just sent me the UI for Matrix. He's probably not going to show it, but it looks clean as fuck. I like it.
All right.
boys.
So is it cleaner than Element 280? Because I think it's clean as fuck.
I mean, it's definitely less busy.
I'm setting the standard right here with this UI. So
Even
bring it
the
on,
logo is
Mike.
clean as fuck. Yeah, I mean, it fits the Matrix theme perfect. I love it.
Okay, nice.
None of
We've
you
had-
know what I'm talking about. I'm looking at the UI, so just imagine.
Come on, Mike.
It's always it's the first version, so it's like there's some few tweaks it needs to make, but this is like the first version. But anyway, I'm glad I got the feedback I needed.
I like it.
I'll
It's
give you
clean,
some
gives you everything you
feedback.
need.
Go ahead and share it with me too.
Yeah.
Go ahead and share it with all of us, and we'll give you all kinds of good feedback. How's that sound, buddy?
Too many cooks, what's that saying again? It's like too many cooks, and then the dish comes out not as good or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right.
Nah, man, it's
We're just trying to help, Mike. That's all.
I understand.
Have
I
you talked
understand.
about? Have
Go
you
ahead.
publicly talked about what Matrix is?
No, not yet. Like, I think I need. There's some few things I want to be really clear about, so that is like I don't want to come out and then be like, oh no, but I have to change this, but I have to change this, and then it's a lot of confusion for people. I think I'd rather wait and just so that it's just all clear, and then there's no accidental changes.
What is next? What is next to launch? Is there anything actually got a date? What's next to come?
Lotus, I think on the 26th.
Yes, Lotus.
Shit, that's right.
It'll be a
Yeah.
beast.
He's like, shit, that's right there. That's the issue we have. There's always something launching now.
Yeah, I believe.
So funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah, tomorrow night on the Weekly Blaze, we have Callum's coming on to talk about Phoenix, and James is going to be on talking about scale. So, action-packed show tomorrow night on the Weekly Blaze too.
Man, and then you have Steve with his fucking
he's
everything.
Shotgun, he just bam, it just shoots everything.
Right. So obviously we were working with Steve. Steve is part of the Blaze team, and we'd be literally like fucking trying to come up with ideas, even at the time for Blaze or this or that, and we'd be talking about a project, and Steve would have about 6 ones built on top of it before we even finished talking about the first one.
He would start different topics for all these protocols that he would like in the Telegram chat, the Blaze chat, like he would be like, oh, we could build this. And then he'd start a topic and start writing a bunch of shit in this topic about a protocol. And next thing you know, there's like 10 or 15 topics of all these fucking tokens. And I'd be like, what the hell is going on in here? Like, I left for like 6-7 hours, and what is all this? You know,
and he already has the domain names for them.
Yeah, and then Ali would come in and be like, "What's going on?" I was like, "They're doing it again, bro. They're doing it again. Even back sports, they're doing it again."
Yeah, we need to catch up with what we're actually doing here first. But yeah,
he's great.
These pillars are going to be the fact that it kind of, I don't know, just pulling everybody together again. The fact we're all going to have this similar protocol launched on top of everything, and I think that the little toggle that he has on the DApp that just takes you to all the different versions in one click is kind of cool. Like,
yeah, it's a very smart way to do it. Because imagine keeping track of all these sites. Because now you can just go to vault.win and toggle.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Here, look, it's getting pretty late here, guys. I was already doing a Pulse Wars stream for an hour and a half there, so I'm going to call it a night here. Nice to see you all, and I'm sure. Yeah, tune into the Weekly Blaze tomorrow.
You want to do a quick plug on Pulse Wars?
Not really. I've just been talking. Well, yeah, no, yeah. I mean, Pulse Wars.
It's launching when?
Yeah,
when is it?
Launched, actually, no, I've been built. So it's got me. In fairness, it's got me to where I am at the minute. You know, I started building on Pulse Chain. I wanted to add value to the Pulse Chain community, just like I do to the Titanx community. I started building this game over a year ago. It's cost me heartache, pain, money, torture just to get this thing built. You know, we're here, and it's, you know, we're having a great time here, but you know, building over on Pulse Chain has been a really, really tough ride just to get the thing finished and launched. There was no point in launching a project when the chain was dead, but it's kind of like gone on that long. There's no point in holding it off any longer. It's been developed, it's been built. It's an awesome. And there's obviously there's X Wars is coming to Titanx as well. It's already in development. I never talk about it, but it's it's another fantasy league game with and it has all the Titanx coins in it. You know, we've got. I don't want to get into too much detail about it, but there's an awesome version coming for the Titanx community as well. But Pulse Wars is a fantasy league type crypto trading game that's launching over on Pulse Chain on the 1st of November. Pulsewars.io is the website. All the details are there. I stream every Monday night talking about it. I put my dues in for the Pulse Chain community. I've streamed every single Monday night talking about Pulse Chain and Pulse Wars. You know, we're on here, and sometimes we get thousands and thousands of people tuning in to watch what we talk about here. I was sitting over there with weeks. There was only 13 people tuning in to watch me talk about Pulse Chain. But it turned up every single week and stuck through it. And tonight we had almost 200 people showed up for the stream tonight. So, you know, the hard work will pay off over there as well. But yeah, Pulse Wars, it's an NFT trading game on Pulse Chain, pulsewars.io. Thanks for letting me talk about that. I never bring it up on Titanx community streams.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it is coming to Titan. So you can look at it that way. Like, yeah, we'll see it in Titanx very soon.
I'll say this as well. So one of the things that was difficult on Pulse Chain, so you had to find coins that were really good quality with big thick liquidity. So it was really difficult to select coins for the Pulse Chain community. But in this game, in the Titanx game, all the coins that, you know, there's a list of 32 coins in the game. 18 of them are Titanx coins. all the ones that we all know, love, and recognize. You'll be able to build your in-game portfolios. But we've learned, talking about learning from other people. It's not going to be the same as Pulse Wars. There's going to be a much more, there's going to be coin burning. There's going to be protocol features. A lot of stuff that we've learned from things that people have already done in the ecosystem here that's working. So there's so many crazy tweaks on what we've built on Pulse Chain within the Titanx community. It's just because it's all there, it's all capable, and the community is thriving for it. So yeah, no, cheers for letting me mention that today.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
All right, good night, everyone.
See ya.
Good night, brother.
See you, Allie.
I'm gonna take a break as well. It's been a couple hours already, but I had
feels like 15 minutes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, when I look at the clock, already 3 hours. Damn, didn't feel like 3 hours, but yeah.
Well, thanks for coming by.
Sorry.
Thanks for coming by. Enjoyed
Thank you
the
for
show.
having me, man. And
Maybe we converted another E280 NFT holder. I think the wheels are turning for him.
He's in.
It's gonna be one of the few NFTs I actually own. I was never a fan of NFTs and probably never will be. But yeah, when it has utility the way it does, then it represents something completely different. So it no longer is an NFT, pretty much.
You could always burn it.
Yeah, exactly. No, man. I understand the what's ID, so no, man, last man standing.
But anyway,
right
Mike,
there with you.
completely off topic, but it's so funny because remember everybody was like, "Why is Shogun still on Titanx Hub for so long?" And nobody talked about it, like it was named that it wasn't used. The moment I talk about Shogun, they're like, "Ah, fuck you, get off." So Shogun is not even on Titanx Hub anymore.
Oh, that's funny.
Which I understand.
Yeah,
the timing.
That's awesome.
I was wondering the same thing
everybody.
myself.
Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Later.
See you facing reality. Yeah.
Do you have Utah? You got some alpha you want to leak? I think maybe.
Oh, all right. Now I'm getting the nudge. Yeah. So, well, I wasn't planning on building anything, and I didn't want to build. But when E280 came out, I was like, this is bullish. I like this. And the more I dug into it, the more I fell in love with it. And so I had an idea and I reached out to Dude and I said, I think this would go well with what you're doing. And here's my idea. And Dude liked the idea. And so we're going to move forward with it. And that's about all I can say right now. There's no white paper yet. Still working on some tokenomics. Plays right into it just fits right in with E280 and what he's doing and the exposure to multiple protocols. And also Diamond Hands will love it. And yeah, I think that's about all I can say. You can say whatever you want, dude, about it.
I mean, I'll add that it's another easy button. It's another easy button for these users in a specific sector within Titanx. There's another easy button coming soon. So
awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
and it will benefit several protocols, and it will definitely benefit Titanx, of course. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Last I heard, you weren't too huge on a layer 1, right? You were leaning towards, if anything, a layer 2, Jake. I kind of agree with that.
100%. Because the main reason for a chain specific to Titanx is because then it's a force built on Titanx ethos, where no matter what anybody builds, it's kind of built on Titanx anyway. That's the beauty of it, because they're following the ethos by default. Because it would be the gas fee would be Titanx, or a protocol that represents, or a token that represents Titanx, and it's one-to-one creatable, for example. There's a bunch of ways to do it, where you can make it a native coin of the chain. But I definitely have some ideas. So we'll have to see how that evolves. But first, let's dominate the fuck out of Ethereum like we're doing now, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I know Erica is very interested as well in our own chain. You know, he came to me pretty early on, was like, we need to do this. And I was like, well, slow your roll, man. Slow your roll. But I like the idea for sure. You know, and just going omni-chain, then it's like, to me, that's even better. Like, why? Like, it's cool to have our own chain and have Titanx as gas and, you know,
Yeah.
some level of tokenomics there that's burning Titanx. Fuck yeah, I'm in. But just, you know, putting Titanx or a version of it on all these other chains, I think there's way more benefit to that and a
I
lot
agree.
easier. Yeah. So that's going to be massive. Like the amount of people that are interested in building on that, you know, on these other chains.
I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way I build the portfolio is in such a way that I can add in any network. So let's hope that's going to work, but it should be possible.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm gonna bounce off too. I got some things to tend to, but I wanted to at least thank you, dude, for the opportunity to join. Jake, it's always a pleasure. Mike, always. Utah and Marco. I guess I could leave it off as in Mike and I guess at some point probably Jake. Get ready for a white paper. It's coming.
Everyone's
Man,
getting the
everybody's
fever.
hungry.
No, this one's been brewing for a while, and
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
taken
you're talking about.
I've been taking the approach of watching the magic unfold and just seeing how the developers have worked and how the ecosystem has grown. It instilled the confidence to to move forward with this in a way that I never expected. But it's definitely something that I'm looking forward to letting you guys take a look at, and hopefully we can discuss. So
Nice.
Awesome.
I'll leave
Excited.
it on that.
Excited to see it, man.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Utah. I'm gonna be bugging you big time here in the next couple of days. I need to get you in the lounge.
For sure, man. I'd love to do it.
So, and Marco, same to you. I think you'd be a great lounger.
Let's do it, man.
All right, cool.
I'm
Jake,
definitely.
someday I'll get to you
I am,
when
man.
you have time. So thanks,
You
guys.
should stream it. You should find a way to stream it on YouTube as well.
Actually, I'm streaming YouTube right now.
Nice.
I mean,
I shared this
is that
out.
and the lounge? Do you also do that on YouTube?
Yeah, I started doing
Ah,
that. Actually, the
perfect.
first
Okay,
time I
good.
did it was with when Dude came on the lounge last week, and we knocked it out of the park. Wasn't that right?
Nice. Make sure you also stream so YouTube, Twitter, so I can share it out.
Okay.
Nice.
Very good. Well, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
Yes,
have
sir,
a good
man.
one.
Take care.
Have a
Take
good
care,
one.
Ted.
Not to jinx it, element 280 with the first to start to rebound from the dip. Good job, man. It's a machine. This thing. The machines love these days. I'm telling you, man, I love it. You know what's funny? Hey, Jake, have you noticed this, right? So you notice the first FUD all year was like, Titanx not gonna last more than 3 months, the buy and burn's not gonna last no more, blah, blah, this and that. You notice now everybody got to FUD it, try to FUD Titanx at this stage just to get farm engagement now. They have nothing to say. They can't say nothing. There's nothing to say. Nothing. What can you make fun of?
Oh yeah.
Protocol, and they're literally outpacing everything, right? Like, what is it? Oh, we had a red day today. You know what's funny? We celebrate these days, right? We love these days, right? This is when the buy and burns gets to eat. The buy and burns are supposed to be dead 300 days ago. Now they're eating. They're alive. They're stronger than ever, right? They updated with new protocol, new software, and they're hungry. You know, it's beautiful, man. I love it. I love seeing these tweets. I just laugh. Like, guys, you have no idea what's happening. Like, we love these days, man. We love it.
Man, it's also like the dip now. It's so small. It's so ridiculously small. It's nothing.
That's it.
Like when you zoom out on the chart, I'm like, wow, is this what people are complaining about?
I
This is
know,
a fucking average Tuesday in crypto. Like, have you never been in crypto? It used to be like 20% drops out of nowhere and then 50% up the next day, especially in bull markets. If you start selling dips in bull markets, you're gonna have a horrible bull market.
Yes, you are.
Just hold on. Hold on.
And-
Like it's like riding
When
It's
you have
like riding these mechanical bulls. You just have to hold on. That's all you need to do.
absolutely, absolutely, and you have machines on top of what you just said, right? That you got to deal with now. You know, it's crazy, man.
Oh yeah. The cool thing about Titanx is because this is very similar to early Ethereum. So when Titanx dips, people have protocols that they want to get into. So they'll buy Titanx as a proxy to get into the protocol because the protocol is dipping. So now they're like, oh, I want to get this dip here. So we have 20, like roughly 17 spots of demand now.
Yeah.
When there's a dip, people are like, oh, hell yeah, I want to get this. And as a result, they're buying Titanx and people want to buy the Titanx dip. And then the machines want as much supply as they can. So when when the users sell, the machines are like, hell yeah, give it to me. Give me more. I need more.
Yep.
So it's good. I like
You have
it.
one side feeding the machines, while the other side, the machines are just eating what people just dropped on this side, right? So go ahead and do it. There's not enough Titanx to stop them. You can't. The math is math, right? So go ahead, do what you got to do, man. And I just, like I said, I love when they brag, man. I love when they brag. So good.
I remember when people, the chat, the Telegram chat, dude. I mean, I was there in the very beginning, right? I went through all the shit. I mean, you name it. I seen it all in there. I ran into about 5,000 buy and burn experts. Okay. Everybody was a damn buy and burn expert. Holy shit. Stop the madness. It got so old, and everybody had these different calculations. Well, if we do it this way, this is going to run out this day and all these different calculations. And I'm just like, and now we don't even fucking talk about it. It doesn't even matter.
Yep.
You've got so many protocols out here burning Titanx. Now it's like, holy shit, we don't have enough Titanx. Just like Marco says. I mean, I've been here from the beginning. I'm still buying these retracements. If there's a retracement, I'm scooping. If I have powder and I'm like, shit, I need more powder. You know what I mean? But I'm still buying retracements. Like, this ain't the time to play around.
Hell no.
I
man.
mean, where we're going
you want to
right
know
now.
105
an
burn.
interesting stat about the buy and burn. So people are focusing on the V2. The V2 is only 3% of the daily volume. It's literally irrelevant. It's irrelevant. It's 3% of the daily volume. The protocols burn 5 to 10x more per day when it comes to like the Titanx that they burn than the buy and burn. So the protocols have 5 to 10x. So you can basically 5 to 10x whatever the buy and burn used to do, and that's protocols now. It's only 3% of the volume. And for people that like seeing a buy and burn number, we have Hyper. Hyper has $6 million sitting there. We have the V1. That's $11-12 million sitting there. So like, my God, people are really grasping for straws now. Like, they're just like, give me something to talk about,
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
No matter, and the thing is, like, the thing is, it's sad because we try so hard for so long. Like, just try to explain to you how it works. Like, no, I put in ChatGPT. ChatGPT said by April the buy and burn is going to be empty. That's it. ChatGPT said it, Marco. I'm like, it doesn't work that way, guys. It's not just about simple, just math. It doesn't work that way. There's so much you're not understanding. Like, there's so much things that's happening that it just doesn't work that way. You can't just look at that number, put a calculator, and be like, oh yeah, it's going to be empty by tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. They don't understand.
100%.
And every time
it
goes up. Go ahead.
Yeah. The other thing is, people get too fixated on one thing and they lose part of the big picture. Like, you have literal meme coins that are $10 billion market caps. There's $0 buy and burn there. Like, that was literally just a backstop for the protocol. It's the only reason it existed, is to help supply flatten out, create bottoms, etc. But that meme coin has nothing. It's just marketing. Marketing, a good community demand, and a lot of people seeing it. And we have the formula to do that at scale. The streams, the marketing, the community engagement. When people see it, because like when you look at the main metric I look at for Titanx is a holder count. And it's looking like it's at the start of an exponential curve. It's curving up slowly, and you see an inkling to the side, like the start of an exponential curve. Because the more holders you get, the more people know about it, because the more people talk about it. So that exponential curve is an effect of community marketing. That's the number one metric, it's holders. Everything else is irrelevant.
And it's growing, Jake. It's growing little by little. The holders, bro. I love it, man. It's so good. Like, wow. Like,
and obviously, all the disclaimers, not financial advice, because nuke to zero, this is all an experiment.
No financial advice, guys. We're just fellas just talking about things we love, man. That's all it is, man. Don't do everything opposite what I just said if you want, right? Like, we just love what we do, man. It's just fun. Code is fun. building on it, speculating on it. You know, like this is all experiment. At the end of the day, right? Like, it's a
You
beautiful.
want to know the? Oh, this is the perfect example. If you just focus on the numbers, you lost on day 280.
Yes. Bam, mic drop. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah,
Man, day 280 was so insane. World markets nuked, stock market nuked,
everything.
crypto nuked, the biggest inflation day ever on Titanx. Everything nuked. We were up 40%, and that was the start of
Yep.
Titanx. Against all odds, literally everything. Man, that was insane. How the fuck that
Everything.
even happened? I don't know.
World War was about to happen. Everything that week. Everything. Bro, everything, every Black Swan event you could think of. God bless, right? God bless. Everything was supposed to happen that week. And Titanx said, latest. It just woke up. The dragon finally woke up. It was like, roar, and this shit just fucking exploded. Everything followed it, right? Like every protocol right after Dragon X started going up, everything else started just following through. And then everybody just beyond bullish. Everybody wanted to get more. My God, man, what a journey, man. After day 280 was like the next evolution of Titanx. It was like the upgrade. That we all received that frequency, and we just all thought different that same day. It was beautiful, man. I like.
Yep.
Oof.
I mean, yeah.
That was the craziest thing I ever been part of.
Yeah, I know.
It
You
was.
had friends that wanted to buy the dip because I know I had, and they were.
I
all
was trying
yeah.
to buy that dip. I had friends that were trying to buy that dip. I actually exited a little bit of my position, which I never do those kinds of games. You know, I never play those kinds of games. But I was right at my computer, thank God, because it started running away from me, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And I grabbed my position, you know, and I got a little bit of an edge, you know. But man, I know a lot of people that tried to play that game and they lost their position, and they waited for that retracement, and it never fucking happened, man. And after day 280, any kind of doubt or any fear or anything I had going on about Titanx, which I've been a believer anyway, but after that, it was gone. There was none. It's like, okay, foot on the gas, we're fucking going. I just seen enough. Nothing that right there. If that wasn't convincing for somebody, then I don't know what else to tell you.
Hey, really quick. Jay's trying to join, dude. I'm not sure if you're gonna be hosting longer. Jay in the chat wants to join the panel.
Sure. Where this is he in the streamer chat?
I can send him the link. I just wanted to share that with you.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go
Open
to the.
panel.
I'll be right back in 1 minute.
All right.
All right, so I'll share that with him in a second.
This is probably the most important chart right here, in my opinion, in the whole ecosystem. You know,
Exactly.
and it's so damn beautiful.
that flip, man.
Like, do you see, dude? Like, so if you go to, I think, day 280, that you see that the green peak there, right?
Yeah.
That should be day 280. And then if you do you see the other peak, which is downwards? That should be Titan Farms coming out.
Wow.
Is that what that was?
I think it has to be that one. Like, I have to double check this, but it has to be, because I believe that's the case. But
I was thinking Hydra, maybe. Was it?
well, I mean, there could also be, yeah.
Because Hydra got a shit ton of participation.
Yeah, and that same day,
I think probably that's Hydra, yeah.
the guy put 3 trillion Hydra that day too. So it could be that.
Oh yeah, well, it could be that as well. Yeah. Maybe I'm mixing up some of the dates here.
Yeah.
Let's see,
Yeah.
9/18. That was like 33 days ago, something like that. Let's see.
Yeah, I see we have Hydra.
Boom.
Yep, there you have it.
Let's go. That's Illuminati shit. Let's go.
You see, I really wanted to add the age column there because look, it's important. We have it now.
Dope, man. Look at that.
Yeah.
You see, would have been smiling right now with numerology shit. That's so funny. Would have got a little boner, like, yeah, numbers.
But I mean, one thing for sure is like when Hydra. So that was Hydra. But like you see that peak, it was definitely way bigger than day 280 because that peak went to 10 trillion essentially.
Yeah.
And
9.97.
exactly. And day 280 was, how big was that?
8.16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like some nice fact there for you.
Yeah. And now we're way back down here. You know, like this whole mountain has been
Crazy, right?
erased so fast.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
And we pumped the whole time.
Yeah.
We've been going up. We've been going up the whole time. We've
And
been doing the opposite of what we were supposed to do.
since that day.
It's mind blowing. Yeah, since that day. Since that day, we never looked back.
It's
Holy
like the
shit.
day the machines fully turned on. Skynet turned on that day. Skynet. Let's call it that. Skynet on day 280 turned on, and the machines never went to sleep again.
Oh man, the machines took over.
Right? It's fucking dope, man. It's so crazy when you think about it like that. On day 280, Skynet turned on for the machines and took over Titanx. Judgment Day. Ooh, this is dope. Ooh.
Oh man, I hear all this stuff, bro, in the back of my mind. You say these things and they just stick with me. The
Yep.
machines are winning. The machines are winning. You don't have enough Titanx.
I made that
All
video,
these things, man.
and it hit me because I was in the car, right? So my wife's a nurse still, and so she gets out at 12 a.m. in the morning. So I always every time, 3 times out of the week, I go to the city to pick her up. I would never let her, take the train by herself, right? So while I'm sitting there in the car waiting for like 20, 30 minutes for us to get out, I started just looking at Dune, started looking at the statistics, started looking at stuff, I'm just bored. And it hit me. I scrolled over like to the future, to the next couple of months coming up. I'm like, oh my God, there's not enough Titanx. And I sat there, thought about it, and I had to get out of my car and I just pull out my phone and started making a video, just rambling, just like, oh my God, guys, there's not enough. I'm telling you, you don't have enough. There's not enough. And it just drove me crazy. And look now, right? And I was like, the machines. Everybody's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What machines? And now people get it. Like the machines, they took over, man. It's crazy, bro. I love it.
And I remember that video you made, like Judgment Day is here on YouTube.
Yeah, man.
I was like, God damn, he's serious. You've got me hyped.
Yeah, man. I woke up the night before of that, I was just thinking about the numbers again. And I was like, oh my God, this is it. And I woke up the morning, I was like, okay, people need to hear this. Like, it's not a joke. Like, I like to be fun at certain things, but when it's serious stuff, I think people need to understand the serious numbers. And I want to show the facts, not just opinion. And people need to understand that, like, guys, there's nothing left now. Like, it really isn't. And I think you guys need to see that. And bam, that's why I made that video. It was scary, man. Like, after that, I sat down and looked at my account. I'm like, it's time to get to work. Like, don't get lazy. Don't get compliant. Like, this shit's ticking off, So it was cool, man.
Hey, Jay's still waiting on that link, by the way.
I DM'd him and on. Oh wait, it didn't go through. Hold on, let me try again. All right, tell him now. Yeah, I sent it to him on Twitter.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ahmet is bullish. Yes, a lot of us are.
Let me send it to him again, just in case he didn't get it. And you know it's beautiful. So when I tell people, right? So the new phrase I've been doing lately is there is no top, right? In my universe, in Titanx realm, there is no top. Not for a long time, right? And that's not financial advice. Because people don't understand. I'm not looking at it as price of a chart and a number there. I mentioned this as day one a long time ago. I play the ratio game, baby. I don't look at numbers. I don't look at anything. When it comes to ratios, there's no X minimum for me. There is no top for me. You understand? Because at the end of the day, they all look at Volt. It's this top isn't, or Dragon X's top isn't. Guys, end game for me is Titanx. That's the main number one end game in the end. When time comes, when I want to cash out something or do whatever I want to do with it, it's how much Titanx can I get at the end. There is no limit for now at the moment for me when it comes to that, because I'm ratioing. I'm making sure I'm getting as much Titanx as possible. Right? Regardless, if there's a dip, if there's a big dip, oh, trust me, my ratio won that day because I made sure I make the flip at the right time, because I know when it bounces back up, I'm making a lot more ratio back, So when people think it's just a number and a chart and they're trying to draw lines for TA, there's no TA. There's no lines in my universe. There is none. There is none. It's just me and the machine, and I'm chilling with the machine. I am Mark O'Connor. There's nobody here to save you. Like, that's it. I'm enjoying the machine.
Oh no!
That's why I love it, man. I love it.
I guess I guess you found your new name.
I know, right? Let's go, man. Just bring it on, man. I love this FUD. It's fun. It's fun, man. You made this, guys.
I feel like
All of you. So you made
I
this.
feel
fun.
like Jay. I feel like Jay is gonna go on a passionate marketing rant. I can just feel it.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go. I knew it.
oh, I'm very tempted.
No,
Thanks for
no,
letting me join, guys.
he's gonna tell us how excited he is about all those legendary E280 NFTs he's got.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
you know what? I have a love-hate relationship with Marco today because it's like, damn, I'm gonna have to sell a bit of coins I really don't want to sell to go into E280, but then I'm like, I love him because he's gonna make me rich by sharing that. Like, holy shit, man, you were bullish on it. I was like, and I got it. Actually, I thought I got it, then I double got it. I was like, holy shit, this is big.
There you go, man. It's big.
Yeah.
It's big.
I find for me, if like I'm really strong with numbers, that's my strength. I suck at a lot of stuff. Hey, sorry if I'm so like I got a new laptop, but I need still to set it up. I still look like
You're
I'm
fine,
an
bro.
angel. I'm far from an angel, but
Look like a hologram over here.
yeah, I find with the Titanx ecosystem, I think like if you're strong with numbers and you're strong with analytical stuff, you're going to get it more. You're going to be like, even with just crypto, blockchain, where this is going, I find like if you're good, like if you're an analytical person, some stuff's going to effing blow you away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The meme token traders, like it's really hard for them to wrap their heads around this. You know, like they're used to just marketing and branding and a token that does absolutely nothing. You know, and that's what they base all of their, you know, like they're judging these projects off of, you know, stuff that doesn't even make sense. You know, like this is a whole nother world to these people, and it's something new. Yeah.
I spent years researching the banking system as well, and some stuff that, you know, we talk about here, how they're printing money and inflation and prices of everything going up, and it has nothing to do with the values, just like our currency is losing its value, right? So when you tie that into crypto and you see what crypto does, like what Jake was explaining today and yesterday, and a lot of times he's hitting those points, like it's insane, like the tokenomics and like the fact that Titanx has been going up while we were hyper-inflationary is insane. And the protocols were not even launched. And then Ethereum wasn't even doing anything. And we're a leverage play on Ethereum. Plus, a lot of the protocols are holding Titanx. Like they're holding Titanx in the vault. Their buy and burns are full of Titanx. Like and Titanx hasn't even pumped, like hasn't even gone hyper-deflationary. Like, not financial advice, okay? You know, this is for entertainment purposes only. All this bullshit, fucking bullshit. What do you call them? Disclaimers that we have to say because the banks don't want any competition. Yeah, it's insane. Like, literally, I went for a walk today, try to clear my head, and still I'm thinking like the more I'm clearing my head, the more I'm hyped. Because. Again, the fact that we were going up while we're hyperinflationary. Think about that, guys. If theoretically, if Titanx does a 5x, let's say in the next 6 weeks, because we're going hyperdeflationary, theoretically, Hydra would be holding 100 million in buy and burn pressure, and then Hyper would have like 20 or 25 million. Like a lot of the protocols are holding Titanx. I don't know if people realize that. Like they're not holding shit fiat. We're holding a token. These protocols are holding a token that is actually going hyper deflationary.
Yep.
Like,
we got the 2 million in Titanx and the E280
yeah,
burn.
Well, like I was freaking out with Element today. I was like, holy shit, because I was listening to Marco. I was like, oh my goodness. And like I said, I'm strong with numbers. So I was like, okay, all right. Yeah, I get it. So I got nothing else I can sell. I can't sell the dog. I can't sell my mom. I'm like, fuck, what do I do?
And look at this. Look how many more NFTs have burned just while we're on stream. This is insanity to me. I love it.
Dude, I want to ask you a question to make sure I understood properly about Element 280. So is it my understanding that like there's not going to be any more NFTs that are going to be minted, right? Like this is it.
After
18 days. After 18 days, right? There's no more NFTs, right?
Exactly. Forever
Yeah.
capped. No tokens, no NFTs will ever re-enter the market. Deflationary from there on out.
Oh my goodness! Like,
Now you see, the only way to get it is either buy it or mint
oh,
it.
no, trust me, I got a plan. I got my hyper miners coming out tomorrow, the day after, and
Take your time.
yeah, no, I got 18 days. Basically,
Yeah.
the idea here is it depends. Like, it's 1-to-1 with Titanx, right? So you got to do the math. It's if when do you think Titanx is going to go up? You got to do the math, but you got 18 days to buy it with Titanx, and it's insane, man. Like, there's
Let me
so much
give
stuff.
Just to add a little bit of FOMO there, you got 133 hours before this next payout.
Yeah.
You got 18 days, but only 133 hours.
133 hours. Oh shit.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that one, buddy.
Sorry, Marco. I'm gonna take just a tiny little piece of your payout. You can blame it on dude.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful because this NFT allows you to earn the passive income, and you can do whatever you want with it, right? You could sell it if you want to, and get into other tokens. You could hold on to it for other protocols coming out in the future. You could just sit on it, just to sit on it if you want. And while you're making that decision, while everybody else is doing what they're doing, you're still earning more tokens along the way, right? By just holding the NFT.
To me, what's crazy here is when people start selling their NFTs because they want to get out, or they see something that's more flashy, like you were saying, Marco. They see something that's more flashy, or they need the money to survive, or they want to buy the Ferrari or whatever. Like, they sell, you just got a bigger cut of that thing, and I don't even know if I want to say it all, honestly. I don't even know if I want to say everything I'm thinking, but cheese and rice, man, because like every no, sorry, every protocol that's going to join Titanx, well, any builder that has half a brain is going to be building here.
Yeah.
And the other thing I never got to share with the community, because I haven't streamed, like I've been just working, and I'm working on marketing, and I'm very busy too with so many things on the go. And so I haven't had the chance to share my thoughts, man. Like, I have so many thoughts about Titanx. Like, it's really insane. Like, I've been in crypto for 7 years. Like I said in the last stream, I researched crypto 10 hours per day, almost obsessed for like 7 years straight. And like, geez and rice, man, this is like this is insane. And what I really like what Jake did is, like, the builders are coming and they're getting rewarded. Okay. But they're getting rewarded with a hyper-deflationary token. Like, they're getting rewarded from 0 to 8%. Like, this is completely decentralized. Jake doesn't control anything. He just built the code. That's it. It's there. You want to use it. If you're smart, use it. If you don't see, if you don't see the benefits and you're half blind and whatever, keep playing where you're playing. But like, they're getting rewarded. They choose a reward. So let's say from 0 to 8%, right, of whatever they burn, right? But like, if they do the math, like, this is not 0 of 8%. Like, they're getting 0 to 8% of a hyper-deflationary token. Like, this is insane. So let's say you set it at 8%, you're not really getting 8%. If you believe in the potential of the protocol and you think it's going to do, let's say, 30x, well, you're getting like what, 2,400%? Or 2,400% of whatever you can burn. Like, because you're not getting 8%. You're getting 8% of a token that will, in my opinion, not financial advice. This is not Jake saying. This is me saying it. In my opinion, it's going to explode. It has no choice to explode. It has no choice because Matt is Matt.
Yeah. I love it.
Like, it's insanity. Like, oh, man. Sorry.
Dude, can you pull up the site again one more time? And go back to the minting NFTs part.
I just want to point out we just broke 100K in rewards, and this is a day and a half.
Nice.
At the dip. At the dip. At the dip.
At the dip. The other thing I want to add about Element 280 is that, like, once, like, this is going to grow, right? Like, builders are coming like crazy. We can't even count the projects right now popping up. Like, half the projects we don't even know about, and most of them are all going to be on 280 because you're going to keep adding them as they go, right, dude? Correct?
Yeah, you don't have to pick a kingdom is kind of what I like about E280 is, like, building on E280 is like, you're not going with just Dragon X Kingdom or the Inferno or whatever. Like, you're building on all of Titanx by utilizing E280.
Oh, I wanted to give a big hug to Marco today, man.
That stat page real quick? I'm sorry, what's the stat page? So to me, this is the number one most important number right here that I'm looking at. So after the mint phase ends, you see where it says legendary amp? You see where it says 86 right there?
Yeah.
Right? I'm just waiting for that bad boy to go lower and lower. Every time it goes lower, guys, guess what? In your position, you're going to have a boost in your position. Because when people start killing the golden goose, the real number, that's when their fun starts to play. That's what I'm staring at every single day. Is at the end of the mid phase is what's the number there? And how many's going to go down? That's all I care about. That's it. So
yeah, it's fun watching these NFTs getting burned right now, but it doesn't mean quite as much because people are minting new ones still.
Yeah.
But once that mint phase is over, this right here is going to be fantastic to watch. Not just the legendaries, but all of them. All of them.
Yep.
But is it
Look at that burn
25%?
percentage.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Baby.
Yeah,
it was 23.4 earlier, and now it's 23.53. Dang.
yeah, that's insane. So my question about that, I was going to ask, like, is that NFTs or is that combined? Is that just NFTs that's burnt?
That's NFTs. Oh no, no.
No, this number here is NFT numbers. This is the actual Element 280 token.
But it's still, it's 25%. It's 25%. It's still 25% was burnt. Of the NFTs, it's like 23% to be exact, probably roughly ish. 24% was burnt.
So good, man. So
we're
good.
about to break 1 trillion Element tokens burned. Trillion.
When you start seeing big burn,
dude. I want to ask you a question. What's the alpha on build on Element 280? Because I know you're cooking up some stuff in the background.
Like I said, Yuto and I, we've got another easy button that I think a lot of people are gonna love. A lot of people. And then it's very well known, and I think a lot of people are very hyped about it. Volt Gold is coming very soon. Very soon. And Volt is hot right now. Everybody's loving Volt. And he's like you said, he's pulling out the shotgun, and it'll be. I'm excited to see that. He was showing me the UI for Vault Gold today, and I was like, yes, please ship it.
It's clean. It's pretty, right? It's so good.
Yep.
Makes you look fancy. Makes you feel fancy.
I also have Element 369, which I haven't talked about much either. That's probably coming out first, which I haven't. It's hard for me. Like I want to I don't want to take away from the focus of Element 280. Like the mint phase is going on right now. It's important for people to see, like, if you want to get in on this, unless you want to go on the secondary market, this mint phase is very limited, and the timer's running. But yeah, I'm already in audits for Element 369 that's utilizing Element 280. And it's specific in the Inferno Kingdom. This is utilizing Inferno and Flux, the Flux protocol specifically. There's going to be no new token here. This is just for basically like those Inferno Flux fans, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Thank you, dude.
Inferno Bulls in the house. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got a good bag.
Yeah.
I get a good bag.
But nothing yet. I think we're gonna just let this timer run to 0 first, and let that do its thing, and then we're gonna rock and roll with some new stuff.
Yeah, that's important. Right? Yeah, let that come out. Let this timer finish, and then release everything else, because then that's when the real fun will happen, right?
Yeah.
So Element 369 is not a token, so it's like
it's another NFT. And this NFT is going to be backed by Inferno Flux Element 280 tokens.
I got it. Can I take a guess, or do you want me to not say anything?
I mean, you can talk all you want.
Okay. I'm suspecting that it's basically like Element 280, but it's just for the Inferno Kingdom, possibly.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't. But you, yeah. I'm gonna stop right there.
I asked you if I wasn't to guess.
Good idea. Yes, that's pretty good. I'm excited.
Okay, does it play around with stakes?
Yeah, we're utilizing the Flux protocol.
Political answer. I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is.
Yeah.
And there's an input token, but there's no token created.
Correct.
Yeah, I know what it is. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
and all of this. So we've got 3 projects that are utilizing E280 in the making.
Holy shit!
And I'm very excited about all of these. And then not to mention, I think Jake's already said he's interested in his Shogun will utilize E280 as well. Is this correct?
Yep.
There you go.
Because it's a hyper-deflationary token in the ecosystem, yeah. So it's definitely going to be one of the hardcore routes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Marco, will you do me a favor, bro? Marco Connor, will you say you don't have enough E280?
You don't have enough E280. You have no of anything. If
Yeah,
anything.
that's what I was thinking too. Holy shit.
No more anything.
Look at Chase. Chase having a meltdown.
Oh man, no, it's crazy, man. It's sick because, my goodness, Jake, man. Holy shit!
I have nothing to do with these monsters. I
but
just created Titanx.
Yeah, but you created the layer that allowed this to happen because the fact that you took all of the best tokenomics of everything, you applied all of that, you removed all the bad, you added the game theory, plus you launched it right on time, plus you put an incentive there for builders to come, which you didn't even know, like you did it for your, I don't know, like you didn't even plan that somewhat, but an incentive for builders to come, a stupid incentive, and when I say remove the bad, like, immutable smart contracts, like remove the admin key, fucking triple audits. I mean, cheese and rice, man. Like, no, like this. I'm working on some marketing, like I said.
Yeah, this is also the crazy part about the ecosystem. Or standards for stuff is so high, because even the idea of an audit, that's like poison to the average crypto developer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not paying for an audit. It's just like a random smart contract. It's not going to be that big. People don't look ahead. Like, if you don't have an audit, you're not even in our ecosystem at this point. Like, the standard is so high, the innovation is so high, everything's new, never done before, no lazy forks. Even the lending protocol, Ouroboros, is not even a lazy fork. Farms is not even a lazy fork. Like, this ecosystem is just it's fucking insane. It's so sick.
And
the builders are paying for their own audits. Like, builders are coming and they're paying for audits like crazy. Like, I'm like, holy shit.
They're not cheap.
Yeah, they're
pay
not
for
cheap.
everything out of pocket. Everything out of pocket until your protocol performs. You don't get paid until then.
Mm-hmm.
So we put a lot on the
no
line.
cheap.
And they're not cheap, exactly. And then if your protocol performs, you get paid very well. The same thing with any business. Put the money in, you put the time in, then you deliver a product, and then if people buy the product, you make money.
There's nothing like this, man. There's nothing even close. Like I said, I spent years and years. I was researching. There are 2 other projects I won't mention, but like they're huge. They involve like one's chosen to be the operating system for the 4th industrial age, which is blockchain tokenization, like Microsoft Windows for the blockchain. It's chosen by the IETF and the Internet Engineering Task Force and MIT. They're responsible for setting the standards for all the protocols of the internet. Jake knows what it is. I think you might know which one I'm talking about.
My brain just started glitching for a second because you went from one topic.
No, but I mean, like I'm into like some serious stuff, like tokens that involve like all of the central banks. I hate them, but it involves being like the Microsoft Windows for the 4th industrial age, which is crypto. But even like being the Microsoft Windows, meaning like everything needs to go through that for full interoperability for us to be able to build multi-chain applications and everything like that. But anyways, like even being in that, I look at Titanx and I'm even more bullish on Titanx. Even if I'm in a token that would involve literally being the operating system for the next internet, which is 100 times bigger than the internet we have, I'm still probably more bullish on Titanx based on the price right now and based on the incentives and the hyper-deflation and everything that's happening.
Yeah, and the other thing your product probably has a bunch of VCs, Steam tokens that are waiting to be unlocked and dumped.
No, this one actually, it's like the team's only holding 5% or something like
That's
that.
fair.
It's yeah. But no, I've got like probably 8 to 10,000 hours of research in that project. But I mean, I don't mind to say, but I hate to drop those tokens here. I don't
Nah,
find
this
it.
is a Titanx stream, baby.
Exactly. So, but I'm not even thinking about those. Since I found Titanx, I'm not even thinking about that. Like, imagine finding the next Microsoft Windows and finding Titanx, and I'm more bullish on Titanx. It's all I'm saying. Like, I'm
Yeah.
Like,
Titanx is just taking crypto to the nth degree. We're using all the crypto technologies, DEXs, swaps, liquidity pools, input tokens, etc., etc. And we're using everything to the nth degree. Like our level of liquidity pool mastery within the ecosystem is unheard of. Liquidity pools are at the heart of crypto, and everybody that understands liquidity pools understands how powerful it is to price things in certain things, and then the Archimedes lever effect and the double buy effect, etc.
Yes.
And
So, well,
we
for
should have like a
element
whole
280, it's the triple buy, that I love on a lot of these tokens.
you made
yeah,
a really good. You made a really good point, Jake, when you said that the builders that are really good builders and they're confident in what they can bring to the table, they're gonna come to where they're rewarded, right? They're not gonna, like you were giving the example of someone. If you have a salesman and he knows he sucks, of course he wants to be paid per hour because he sucks and he's not going to put the effort. But if he knows he's good, he wants to be paid commission because he knows what he's capable of. And because you set the incentive right, and with capitalism and everything. What's the other word? The fancy word there? Meritocracy. Meritocracy. Like the caliber of builders, like it's insane, man. Like, dude, what you guys are putting out is insane. Then you've got Ouroboros, and then you've got DeFi.
Titan Farms.
No, Volt.
DeFi Steve.
DeFi Steve. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna launch 8 at the same time. Like, geez and rice. Every time I listen to a stream, I find out about like 4 other projects that are launching. Like, geez and rice.
No, that's Steve. The SWAT team that just busts through the door and they all come through at once. That's just
man.
You're gonna wake up and like, bam, 7 different vaults. Like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. When I read that he was launching 8 at the same time, I was like, oh shit.
Good.
I'm telling you, man, you guys have no idea. That dude is creative. And the way that the ideas, man, he really is. And that when something
so
pops,
humble.
Yeah, something pops in his head, and then next thing you know, it just starts going and the wheels start turning. And next thing you know, something comes out and it's like, holy shit, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, I could sit for days and try to figure something out and beat my head against the wall. For him, it just comes. It's amazing.
He's so humble too. It's insane. Like, Jake, let's say Jake is talking to him. He's like, you know what you built is amazing, man. And then he's like, yeah, it's working very well. Yeah, it's good. I like it. It's like, holy fuck, man.
The Steve signature move is, yeah,
right?
yeah, I like it. I'm happy with it. Yeah, I was like, oh, if people were backing me, like, oh, if I had built what he was built, man, I'd be just floating. I'd be like,
I think for Steve, and it's not about the money. For people, they want to see green candles, they want to see the pump, they want to see all that. Steve wants to see his creation come to life, and the money that comes in is just a byproduct of that. That's how I feel, when I see Steve, because it's more about, I want to bring this idea to life. This is what I want to create, and let's see how and it's so funny because he's like, yeah, it's an experiment. Let's see how it works.
It's crazy because he's like, yeah, I wanted to experiment. Like,
I get the vibe that he's just like permanently on like magic mushrooms. Like, he's just out of the box. Just that's the vibe I get from him. Like, he's out of the box.
Somebody
whatever works, man.
Yeah.
Whatever works.
DM events. So yeah, Steve is doing some type of shrooms, man. I'm telling you, man. Trust me.
Well, anyways, If he runs out, tell him I'll ship him some.
Keep
doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
We got a quick question here. The minting phase is for NFTs and tokens. They both will stop. That timer at the top of the mint page. Let me come back up here.
That's big, man. That's big.
This once this is over, tokens and NFTs are capped and forever deflationary. And I also wanted to show this off to kind of razz Mike a little bit. See how fancy that is? Look at that. This I want to see your UI do something sexy like that. Oh yeah.
I gotta work hard for that one now, I tell you that. I think let's put it this way: you have way more data to show, so you had to come up with something.
Yeah. Because I realized mobile view. There's way more people in crypto and mobile than I could have ever guessed. But I gotta make sure everybody's got equal chances to participate, whatever device they're on. So
smart.
Mobile,
Yeah, that's actually
tablet.
that's an important note because I've noticed the same. A lot of mobile users.
I personally would never do it. Yeah,
same.
But if you want to, I'll let you.
Yeah, build it, but don't do it, people.
Yeah.
I would never. I only look at it. I only look at certain things on my phone, but never would I do any kind of crypto from my phone. My laptop's dedicated. That's it. It doesn't do anything. You know what I mean? It has no Gmail. It has no nothing. We don't surf the internet on that. Like, that thing's sacred. It's locked up, and we don't mess around with that. VPN, virus protection, everything on that laptop. And I never punched in any keywords on that keyboard, period, ever. Have I done that, and it's worth it. I mean, if you think about it, it's like, okay, you'll throw $1,000 in a crypto, but you don't want to spend any money on your little setup here. You know what I mean? You want to ape into some meme coin and hope to catch the pump, but for what you threw in there, you can set up your whole setup. It doesn't have to be expensive. Your computer doesn't have to be expensive, and set your VPN and get a few things, get your hardware wallet, and just dedicate that, because it's worth it. It is so worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is another good one that I really like about Element 280, because it's like I was saying, it's not just a double buy and burn. In some cases, it's a triple buy and burn. And let me go over here. Let's look at Baby Dragon X. When you click this button, it's taking Titanx and buying Dragon X, because that's the only way you can get to Baby Dragon X is by buying Dragon X. So when you take that Titanx and you buy Dragon X, you're pumping Dragon X, and with that bonded liquidity, you're pumping Baby Dragon X and Element 280 all at the same time. And then you take that Dragon X and then you mark it by Baby Dragon X. Now that's pumped Baby Dragon X a second time. That's pumped E280 on that pair a second time. Then we burn some of that Baby Dragon X. And then from there, we go and buy E280. And now it's pumping E280 a third time. And then burning that E280. So in one single click on this Baby Dragon X burn button, you're pumping E280 3 times. You're pumping Dragon X, you're pumping Baby Dragon X twice, E280 3 times, and along the way, burning Baby Dragon X, burning E280. Every single one of these is a 2 or 3 buy, double or triple buy, and I think that's massive that people don't really realize. It's huge for the ecosystem.
Cheese and rice.
Somebody clip that, please, if you can. That's very important. Clip it, or write the time down.
Question for you, Dude and Jake. When I'm pretty sure, I think I know the answer, but I want to make sure. When let's say when he's going from Dragon X to Baby Dragon X, right? The pump that Dragon X receives, so from Titanx to Dragon X receives a little pump. From Dragon X to Baby Dragon X, the pump that DragonX got from Titanx, it doesn't lose that pump when it goes into baby DragonX, right? No, it
No.
keeps it because it puts it in the pool.
Yep.
But when the DragonX going into the baby DragonX pool, for example, like, because sometimes I'm looking at protocols, I'm like, okay, it's not a burn, but it's going in that pool, and most of it probably won't come back out, or like because there is. That's what I understood from you, Jake, right? Like some of it stays within the pool, right? So how the hell would I explain that? I think I'm not sure if
I mean, it's you're putting it in there, and the only way to get that back out is by selling like baby DragonX. But the buy and that sell is volume, and that's getting locked up in the smart contract from the LP fees at least. But like in this case, when that baby DragonX goes to buy and burn E280, that baby DragonX is getting put in the LP, the baby DragonX element LP. But that element that's getting pulled out, that gets burned. So the only way to pull that baby DragonX out is for somebody else to come in with their E280. Like and this is a deflationary token. So right now it's easy because you can just mint 1 for 1. And that's what people are doing. They're minting these tokens, and that's that's doing its thing. But once minting is over, like that's no longer the case. And all of these buttons are just depositing these tokens into these LPs. Yeah, we'll see. Are you following there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's, man, what blows my mind is you look at a protocol like this, you have Hart's Law, it's built on Titanx. So I think half the time we're forgetting, because I forget it. I'm like, okay, Jesse, if you think this is going to do a 30x, don't forget that whatever Titanx does, it receives that too. So, if if element 280 does even just a 40x by itself without Titanx just staying where it is right now, well, holy shit, man. Like that does a 40x, then Titanx does a 10x, it's a 400x. I'm like I said, I'm really strong with numbers, and this is sick, man. What's coming? This is potential. This is insane. Like
this is Hart's Law on nicotine, right here.
I said it when I created a little marketing pamphlet, or whatever you want to call it, and that's what I said. I said this is Hex on steroids. Because I was explaining to my friend, I said, listen, I said, Hex, like, and I think Jake had explained this in one of the streams that Jake was talking about, like the early Hex that did a max stake, they were getting so much rewards, right? Like they were getting a shitload of new Hex, and they were dumping.
One of the interesting things, I keep hearing this all the time, but absolutely nothing in Titanx represents Hex. Not a single tokenomic.
Different. Yeah. It's different stuff.
Yeah, I've never understood why people said that, because Titanx only inflates the miner.
No, I just mean the Hart's Law
where you get inflation. Yeah, but that's just liquidity bonding.
Yeah.
Like I don't like all this attaching to tools chaining to Hart, because this is something wildly new.
And this is not just like a liquidity web. This is different. The liquidity bonding here is way different, because everything, it's not like we're just spread out every different direction. All of these tokens are only paired with Titanx, and then these third layer tokens are only paired with the second layer. Like we're not expanding out. So when Titanx goes up and down, the entire ecosystem feels that.
Yep.
And that's where the E280 is on nicotine. It's like the ups and downs is just amplified, because it's a layer 2, layer 3 protocol on all of these bonded liquidities. Like the movements between these pairs is completely different than just like a regular liquidity web. I think it's very important to note that.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Jake. Yeah, dude, thanks. Appreciate you letting me know. I won't lose that. The reason I use that wording too is because Hex did a 10,000x, right? So when I'm trying to get a community, I was like, hey, so.
But the thing is that brings a bunch of negative connotations to it, because I've seen people use it against Titanx, and it has nothing to do with it, zero to do with it. Because man, every day, every month, a token in crypto does a 10,000x. It's not unique to Hex in any way. So
I realize what you say now. I realize now what you guys mean, because the only thing it's got is Hart's law. Everything else is different, right? So and I wasn't
even that's a step up from what Hart's law is talking about.
Yeah.
This is Hart's law on steroids with buy and burns on top of it. It's completely different, man.
plus everything else.
Yeah, the
Plus
only thing
everything else is steroids. Yeah.
that you could almost reference Hex is nothing to do with Titanx, right? It's, for example, if you think about Vault, it's only one little feature, right? The auction house was almost how the AA Libby was for Hex. That's it. That's the only thing that you could say is tiny similar, right? Because you put in ETH, you receive Hex the next day after the auction ended, right? In the AA lobby. That's the only thing that could come close to anything that's built on this side. Everything else is completely different. Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same, guys.
What's crazy here, though, is just like, okay, so it's not comparable to Hex whatsoever, but the Hex community, for example, they were getting rewarded tons of, right? Like in our ecosystem, what I find really crazy is, again, I shouldn't even use Hex as an example, but like the inflation normally you would come, the sell pressure that you normally receive with Titanx, it's reversed. What should be sell pressure ends up being a buy pressure, which is insane. And the only reason I'm saying that is because if you look at the sell pressure in Hex, it was dropping everything by 80%, and then it was kept climbing. But here with Titanx, we're not even getting that sell pressure. We're getting a buy pressure because the rewards we're receiving the rewards on ETH, so we keep it in the system. But now we've got a benevolent whale, Dragon X, which brings it even to another step, because imagine when Dragon X and Helios are receiving, let's say, 80 to 90% of the rewards, eventually, let's say. That means everything we're feeding in to create our Titanx ends up being 100% buy pressure. It's insane.
Yep.
It's
and
insane.
With scarcity on top of that down the road, right? Think about that. You're talking about when that happens, you think a draw is now, the draw is going to be way bigger down the road. So it's going to be even more powerful, you know? But dude, I wanted to give you one little stat that since we missed streaming, right? So right now, NFT burns, we're sitting at what, 1023 around there?
Yeah.
Right. So this is a cool stat. So when you started the stream with Mo, I did some math when you guys was talking. It was around 981. So right now, right, we lost about 42 NFTs, right?
And how much? What was the NFT supply?
I was at 981.
I thought it was 997.
No, he's asking like the actual existing supply. I wasn't paying attention to that.
Oh no, I'm not talking about the existing. I'm talking about the total burn at the bottom, right? So
No, Jake's asking what was the
I want to know how many people are like compounding.
It was at 3180.
Let's
that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Check this out. So we gained 1 legendary. We gained 28 rare amps. We gained 10 rares, but we lost 42 NFTs, and those was about 38 rare comments and 8 regular comments at the moment. That's the math. That's
but did the NFT supply go up by 40 as well? Were people like going back in reminting?
I mean, I'm looking at Etherscan right here. We've got 2 minutes ago, 9 minutes, 10 minutes. People are minting.
Yeah.
Look at this, 10 minutes ago. Mint with ETH. That was a Titanx market buy to mint right there. And then more burning, more minting. It's look at this, all within the last hour. Yeah, so there's minting going on alongside these burnings. Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
but Marco, I think you were saying that the ones that were burnt were way bigger than, like, they were the rare ones. They were the bigger ones, right? Like if you did the math.
So gained. We gained 1 legendary. We gained 28 rare amps, and we gained 10 rares. But we lost 38 common rares and 8 commons. That's dope.
Yeah.
Look, that's crazy. And guess what? You know what's beautiful about all this, guys? What I just said, and the reason why I brought this up, while all that happened, right? We get rewarded. That's it, by doing nothing. Let people play. Let them do what they got to do.
No, the 2.4% fee is insane. Like, even after the mint is over, like 2.4% that goes to the NFT holders. My goodness, I was thinking, what happens when there's a 1 million, 2 million volume per day here?
51 billion right there. Look at that. Woo, sitting there. Let's go.
There's another point somebody brought up. You know, when you click the Baby Dragon X burn button, does that help the other community projects at the same time? Absolutely. Like when you click the Baby Dragon X burn button and it's buying Dragon X to get to Baby Dragon X, that's boosting Awesome X. That's boosting Hydra. Where are you at, Hydra? Right here.
Yeah, it's the
Like
same.
that-
With the, yeah. Sorry.
So one click on this burn button is actually supporting like 5 projects in the ecosystem with one click.
Well, it's automatically a market by routing through the whole system. Like it's going from automatically from Titanx to, you know, if let's say they want Flux, it's going from Titanx to Inferno to Flux to whatever up the trail, right? Or same for Dragon X, Baby Dragon X. It's got to go through Titanx, Dragon X, Baby Dragon X. It's automatically. It's automatic. Like anytime, so people have to realize when you buy this token, like you're buying everything and it's going through everything.
Buying the NFT.
You're buying the NFT. Yeah.
That's key. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. That's when you guys are talking, I'm looking at it, I see the numbers changing. I'm like, wait a minute, something just happened in the past like 30 minutes. Somebody sold a lot, somebody made a lot. It's just great, man. And then when you look at the buy and burn now, right? When we were just talking, let's see if it went up. 23.59% right now. Look at that, man. Oh, so good.
Yes.
But Marco, when they're buying the token, they'd still be buying everything at the same time too, right? Because they're buying. It's like this is like a ETF.
Well, yes. And if you hold the NFT too, you're getting the rewards on top of that too.
Oh yeah. But I just mean like when you buy the token, like it's the buy pressure is routed through everything, right?
It's helping the buy and burn, and then they get to select it. So yeah, technically, yeah.
But do they? But they don't select which token, right? Like it goes through all. It goes through all the tokens. Like it's distributed. Sorry,
but that's different with the 16% tax now. Because if you have the double hop, so if you go for example Titanx, Hyper Element 280, that's 16% tax twice. So the auto routers don't use that now. But in the future, that might be like that's to better out, because then it drops to 4% instead of 16.
Yeah.
So for now, it's just using the Titanx element pool. But in the future, it will route through all of the pools.
That's when the fun begins, where the ARB doesn't care where it's going now; it goes everywhere. It's all being engaged, it's all being interacted. Like this is like next level element 280 talk, like next stage type of shit, right? Like
after a mine,
fast forward, you know.
Sorry, after the mint phase is over, or later on when we have more.
Well, it should be after the mint phase is over, because that's when Jake is saying the tax will be dropped from 16 to 4. Now more ARBs, instead of being like, oh, I can't go over here, but it's only 16. Well, now it's cheaper for it to play everywhere else. So now it's to be fed everywhere else, and everything starts to be engaged. You know, that's up to the ARB though, the bot to decide. You know, we don't decide that. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Look who's back.
Let's go. Now, how was your visit from Earth?
Yeah, doctors are terrible. I don't want to talk. I just want to be here and listen.
Good job.
I can't believe you guys are still doing this. You guys are awesome.
Dude, you know what's funny? I didn't eat lunch. I didn't eat dinner yet. Crazy, right?
Yeah, you're gonna eat in the bear market. That's when you're gonna eat.
That's right. No eating. No eating.
Hey guys, I'm gonna drop off. Mo, I was waiting for you to come in, but now I'm gonna go to sleep.
I'm honored to come in just for you to leave, sir.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, give us a quick plug on Matrix before you go.
Matrix. One thing should I say? The idea with the ETH button you have, that's definitely gonna come.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You need it, man. You need it. That's a new thing, man.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good, because I think you mentioned that, dude, as well, which is the idea of you don't have enough ETH, which came originally from Marco, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That narrative can be pushed, because you can just come with ETH and then it just buys Titanx and so forth.
Wait. You don't have enough Titanx. You just said you don't have enough ETH. You don't have plenty of ETH out there.
Yeah, you don't have enough Titanx. I mean, yeah. Did I say you don't have enough ETH?
Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Oh damn, man! You see, I have to go to
Time to
sleep.
go to bed.
My brain is.
See,
Yeah.
I came on and the dumb just rubbed off onto you.
Well, that could sell too, right? Like, there's not enough ETH for the amount of Titanx that people should buy, right?
There's definitely
That's what I thought
ETH,
he
man.
meant.
There's
Well, listen.
definitely enough ETH. I tell you that.
When ETH does pump, gas is gonna be expensive. People are not gonna have enough of anything to play with. You know, you better start planning now. It's gonna get fun.
Buying brains are going to be expensive too.
All right, guys. It was a pleasure. Thank you for the invitation and have a good one. Yeah. Talk to you soon, guys.
Yes, sir.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Oh man, that's a good comment. Titanx on nicotine, E280 on edibles.
Nice.
On most stream, I let it join just before we got there, and then you guys started talking numbers. I'm like, yeah, let's talk about it. It was good, man. And the thing is, that after that, I had the only munchies. I was hungry as hell. I still haven't ate anything, man. I'm just starving. It's fun though. You know, this is great,
Dude, when I have to go do a doctor's visit, it's a 40-minute drive into town.
Oof.
To sit in an office for an hour, to have the doctor see it for 10 minutes, to drive back 40 minutes. And you guys are still streaming. I was like, dude, all right, I'll hop back on. Yeah. What's up, guys?
Oh, they talk to you for 10 minutes there? Wow, you got good minutes.
Generally, every doctor's office is about 10 solid minutes for 2.5 hours, 3 hours of transportation.
Yeah, I'm not big on the medical system if you want to get me started.
Oh yeah, we could have lots of conversations with that, but we don't want to get shadow banned, so we're not going to have those conversations. The government's great. We trust everything.
Oh, it's amazing, man.
Hey, so what happened today? I disappear and someone cheats. I feel like we need to teach more single-side exit liquidity classes. What do you guys think?
I don't even think it's a cheat. It's just, I don't know. The other side needs to cool off. That's basically it.
I was thinking about I was thinking about something today. Like there's the miners that are still coming out, the few, there's not much left, but correct me if I'm wrong. What do you guys think about this thought? Is people that are dumping their Titanx right now are probably people who, like, they bought in, they still thought at the end they got thrown off, like, oh yeah, I know this is not great, this scam, blah blah blah, this stupid mentality because they didn't do the research right. And now they're getting their mints and they're selling. Anybody dropping all of their Titanx right now is either like really needs the money or he hasn't done the research. It's one of the two, right? Like so I was thinking, like, the ones that are selling now are the only ones that are going to sell for no reason, right? And in the future, though, like after this mint is gone, everybody else is coming in and minting are people who've done the research, is what I'm thinking. Like, it's like after this, because I'm thinking, like, who would sell right now? Like, who would sell like a maniac right now? It would only be people that got their mints. They don't know what they're holding, haven't done the research, and like, they already had in their mind that they were gonna, sell everything when they get their mint, maybe. And then, like I said, like moving forward, everybody else they've done the research. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I mean, the main thing is right now. Well, Titanx, I kind of consider Titanx out of inflationary season now because 97%-ish, it's a little bit more than 97% of the supply is in existence. Only 2-3% is coming out until now and 18th of November-ish. And then what do you have left? You have a hyper-deflationary asset, with a backstop of tens of millions of dollars of Ethereum, programmed buy pressure from 17 different protocols with 20 plus coming in the future. That's a pretty good asset. Like,
in the next 3 months. Yeah. 20 coming in the next 2 months.
Yep.
Was that sorry?
Obviously, not financial advice,
That's
etc. But that's what Titanx becomes after all is out.
Yeah. Yeah. Who cares about the price chart? When you're looking at this, you're like, I don't even like the price will come. This is irrelevant. This is the chart I'm looking at right here. And it's beautiful.
You know what's funny? I never seen this chart until you showed it, and now I see it, and I'm like, wow. Look at that flip at that date. It's just like the world. It's like the movie Inception, right? The world just changed on us. Inception. Boom. Boom.
Cue Titanx Inception memes.
You know what it is? We pumped so hard, we broke through the firmament. Whatever you call that thing, the dome. People say, We broke right through it. Now we're in the next world.
You see this giant negative green candle right here, Jake? This is Hydra.
Hydro, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
You've set the bar, so I want to see Shogun with a green candle down lower than this right here.
Oh, that'll be dope.
Maybe.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
That'll be dope.
I'm hyped about X28.
It could be anybody, right? Anybody's protocol, man. That's what's beautiful about the ecosystem. It all goes to the same place, right? So, oh God, I love this ecosystem. I love it.
When you're talking about people who are the people who are selling right now, I have a miner that just came out, and I think it's a 4 to a 5x.
Look at that.
From what I put into it.
Nice.
And so you kind of think anyone who's selling right now is, those people who have attained X's and are stoked about it and are grabbing them. But every sell right now is them parting with stuff that they got at such a lower price point. They can't ever get it back at that price point ever again. And so, that's fine. Let them out, because if they want to get back in, if they're going to get out at another 5x, that's going to be much higher than now. So I sort of look at every big bag that kind of jeets out and exits out, or, whatever profit takes out as just someone who, right, they're shedding that last of that, really cheaply acquired Titanx. And as all that cheaply acquired Titanx disappears, that floor kind of moves up as far as I'm concerned.
I like this question that AO brought up.
Yeah, so basically, yes, that is the answer. Hyper-deflationary with 90% buy and burn.
And what is important to note is, don't buy it on market. Go to element280.win and mint an NFT if you want the rewards, and just hold it, which is what I'm doing. And then, because if you're minting the token, you're only really doing it for the arbitrage.
Exactly.
That's the only reason you would do it. So NFT is what you want. So go to element280.win. Don't buy on market, because you will incur a 16% tax. All the trading you see on market is arbitrage bots. It's not users. So don't fall for the trick. It's arbitrage bots going back and forth in between the pool, fixing the price while they're paying NFT holders to do it. So get NFT, element280.win.
There are some compounders in there as well. I think we're seeing that there are people selling and minting.
No, I definitely
but
know.
They're not buying on the market. They're minting and selling on the market.
Where would the arbitrage bots sit in the E280 ecosystem? Are they only sitting between E280 and Titanx, or are they sitting between a shitload of pairs?
Everything.
All of it.
Yeah, but are like they're sitting everywhere, but are they creating rewards for E280?
Yes. Yeah, because they have to go through element for all of it.
Yeah.
Like you have to touch the element 280 and one of the routes.
Yeah.
Because that's the price that they're fixing between the pools.
It's a pair.
So whenever they touch that token, they pay the tax.
It's so good. It's so good. Look at his mind. It's so good, bro.
Every transaction, there's a tax.
Okay, so let's say
and that tax is funneled to NFT holders in the form of rewards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, every time somebody just every time somebody buys E280.
Yeah.
But
not or sell.
No, but we're not getting any fees from Dragon X to Baby Dragon X, or from Inferno to Flux to all the other 800 protocols. We're not getting a fee on that, right?
No.
That would be
the farms is
E280 and Dragon X, E280 and Baby Dragon X.
I'm in farms, but I bought it the wrong time, but it's okay.
What were you buying? You just get in the farm.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Is that?
Why are you buying? Just get in the farm.
Get Dragon X and Hydra paired up. Good reward right there.
Yeah.
Dragon X and Hydra is a good reward.
I got Dragon X. I wish somebody would nug Eric there. Hey, you know that. Anyways.
Okay, she will be crawling soon. I can hear it. No, it's a joke about my wife. She likes to crawl on stream. It's so funny. When dinner's ready. So funny.
I mean, really, it's super simple. You know, not financial advice, but the way that I do things is, man, it's super simple. Just accumulate as much as you can, as much as you can of what you really like,
Responsibly.
and hold and let the protocols in the machines do the work for you. That's all you got to do, man. It's real simple. Just don't fumble. Just don't fumble. It's simple.
Yeah, I really like the stream. I think it was yesterday with the Pulsar team when he was explaining you got to protect yourself from yourself.
I'll be right back, guys.
The way he explained it, I was like, "Fuck!" I never looked at that. Like, he explained, like, imagine the amount of people that bought Ethereum at 30 cents and didn't have any at all when it hit 500 or 1,000, and then same for Bitcoin. I was like, "Fuck yes!" I gotta like, what? How do I lock? Like, I'm gonna have to make a plan. Like, 30-40% is gonna have to be locked up for like 10-15 years, or 20%, like, because I gotta protect for myself.
There is a staking feature on Titanx.
I know. Yeah. Well, I was gonna burn them obviously for X28, but now I'm like, I'm probably gonna have to keep tiny percentage. But then Jake said he's gonna make it so fucking lucrative that we're not gonna have choice to burn it. So I was like, fuck. We'll see.
Burn it all.
Yeah, I heard that comment.
Yeah, if you want to get people to do something, just give them a great deal.
I'm waiting. I did a mistake at the very beginning because I bought a shitload. Instead of mining, I went hard into I did all the mat and I went hard into buying and I max staked. Instead of using them, I did mine also, but I went hard into the buying and max stake, and then Dragon X came along. I was like, and then everybody started like, max staking the very few seconds before, and then Dragon X, and I was like, holy fuck, man, it went like 90% down. But also the other mistake I did was it's fine. It's going to be back up, and Dragon X is going to pay me 100-fold, like 1,000-fold. But what was I saying? Sorry, yeah, the miners. I tried not mining too long, see if I could play with it, but no, I just should have listened to Jake and not financial advice. But in general, it's always best to max mine. He was saying in general, and I should have done that.
He said that so much in the beginning. Just max mine.
What blows my mind is like how many times Jake has said, like, for the next 9 months, this is distribution period, this is hyperinflation, we're distributing. How many times he told him this is going to be hyperinflationary, we're distributing, we're putting the tokens out so people can buy them. And still people are complaining, oh, the price is going down. Well, holy fuck, man, how many languages does he have to tell you? Like, it's normal. We're printing billions and trillions of tokens. Jeez and rice, man. Like,
1 weekend. Why is there no moon?
Yeah.
Broke local. Didn't we break local high yesterday?
Yeah.
Local high yesterday. Today, why dump? What's going on? It's like, what are we talking about? Like, we're breaking local highs like all the time. Like, it's so insane, man. Welcome to crypto.
My miner went from a 5x to a 4x. I'm gonna now rage dump.
Right? So crazy. 2 protocols all-time highs. Titanx new local all-time high. Everything else went up, right? Like, and then to next day or two we dump it. It's over for you guys. Guys, it's so silly.
Jake, I gotta ask you a question about Hydra, if you don't mind. I wanna see if I understood it correctly. So my understanding is that, and if you can answer, you can. If you can't, it's fine. But my understanding is that the flow from Hydra to Dragon X, right? Like, we're mining Hydra, the miners gonna start coming out like crazy in a few months, whatever. And the flow from Hydra comes out in, sorry, what the hell was I saying? No, the Titanx, sorry, that's being put in. It goes from Dragon X to Hydra. So it's like 20% is burned immediately of the Titanx. 80% goes to Dragon X, buys Dragon X. 20% of that is burned. The other remaining 60% of that goes through Hydra, buys Hydra, and burns the shit out of it. Right? Yep. My question is, when it goes from Titanx to Dragon X, sorry, like, right now the buy and burns are not cranked because there's nothing to burn. The Hydra is not coming out yet, right? So in theory, the team or the group or whoever would have access to those levers, in theory, they would only like when it's time to burn Hydra, with that Titanx, only at that time would we see the Titanx flow through DragonX, right?
That's already
When-
happening. It's happening at a relatively quick pace, so it's every 33 minutes.
No,
This
but I
is all
mean,
calculated out.
no,
Wait,
but
make
once-
your question more clear because you're all over the
Sorry.
place. What was the question?
assuming that the buy and burn decides that it wants to be more aggressive on Hydra. Okay.
Yeah.
The Titanx buy and burn wants to be more aggressive on Hydra because there's more coming out, more
Yep.
mints coming out. Only at that time would we see a more aggressive buy on DragonX, right? Like it's not coming to DragonX. It's not going from DragonX to Hydra and then it's waiting there, right? It's like when it's time to go crazy on buying Hydra, that's when we'll see from Titanx to DragonX to Hydra, right? At a higher pace,
No, so
right?
the way it works is so you have Titanx by DragonX and then DragonX by Hydra. So when
Yeah.
the Titanx comes in, it goes into Titanx by DragonX.
Yeah.
That buys DragonX, which then goes into the second fold, which then buys Hydra. So in theory, you could crank up the Titanx buys DragonX, but that
Yeah.
would not directly buy Hydra. Hydra would have the secondary effect of DragonX going up in price, which will increase the mining ROI. Like, for example, Hydra is currently at around 260, 280% miner ROI.
Yeah.
Which is a 3.8x. It's fucking great. Because this is also including the 50% up that Titanx went. So if people went in and you look at the dollar value, they're actually up 4 or 5x. So the mining ROI is tracking beautifully. But then the thing with so the Titanx could buy all the DragonX at once. That
Okay.
DragonX does not directly buy Hydra. That has a separate interval. So that's the cool part about it, because now it's buying DragonX cheap. And then once DragonX rebounds on its Titanx ratio, it basically has free money sitting there.
Can you say
Because,
that
like,
again?
for
please?
example, so it buys DragonX, stores it in the vault.
Yeah.
Because if you go
Oh.
to app.hydra.win,
I got it. Jeez, I'm rice. Yeah, when DragonX goes up,
Yeah.
DragonX goes up, it's a higher purchasing power against Hydra.
Yeah, look
Hydra.
at the second buy and burn. That's what he's talking about right there. Yeah. Mhm.
But okay, but the amount of Titanx that went in, not even like that went in originally, there's not much of that. There's not a huge amount of that has hit DragonX yet, right? Because DragonX would have went to the moon.
No, it's 9.3.
no.
Yeah.
It's so DragonX. This is kind of interesting. The biggest DragonX whale has been exiting. So
Let him
you see
out.
the chart. You see the chart. You can't even see him, and that's because of Hydra. That dude has sold almost $2 million. And the chart of DragonX couldn't give less of a fuck, and that's because of Hydra. So there's a lot of like these systems that protect the users.
And
Holy
Titan
fuck.
Farms adding liquidity.
Yep.
And there's 12.6 million just waiting to buy DragonX more.
That was my big question. Thank you. That was my next question. Yes.
Haven't bought it yet. So everything that you see that's filled up in number 2, that was already bought in the past for DragonX.
Yeah, I don't see it right now, but no, it's
So
okay.
now that money's sitting there, 973, that's powder for Hydra now to actually be bought.
Are you looking at the DragonX website or
The Hydra website.
Hydra.
Hydra website? So can you say that again? Sorry.
Yeah, so if you look at
Go to
the
Hydra.
go to Hydra's website,
Yeah.
you see where it says buy DragonX, the
Just
V1.
one sec.
You see where it's like if you look at the you see it.
Do I go stats or buy and burn? Buy and burn.
Climber.
But
You see where it
Yeah,
says 12
perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Perfect. Okay.
That hasn't been used yet. That is all waiting to buy DragonX, right? Now, if you go to where it
Yeah,
says
okay,
Hydra,
perfect. Yeah.
right? Where
Yeah.
the number that you see 61 billion DragonX,
Yeah.
that was ready. That
Almost
was
a million. Yeah.
that was bought and sitting there now to go buy Hydra when time is right. You understand? And then
Jesus
Vortex
Christ.
Vortex is storing some of that Titanx and storing the DragonX is been purchasing on the side for extra ammo to come out in the future too. You know, it's like
Yeah.
the extra shotgun blast. You know,
When the Hydra Vortex triggers, so this Titanx goes from DragonX immediately to
no,
Yeah,
not
so-
immediately.
yeah.
no, sorry, but
Yeah.
it's the Titanx going to go to DragonX and then to Hydra, and then DragonX is just going to go to
Yep.
Hydra, basically.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, fuck,
Goes to
man.
the first buy and burn. The other one goes to the second buy and burn. That's like the extra ammo.
Perfect. Thank you. Because I was trying to figure it out, and because I knew there was 20 trillion that went in, and I was trying to figure out like what is sitting for Dragon X and what is sitting. So perfect. Thank you so much, guys.
What we explained right now, that's the same thing that happens with basically like Hyper, very similar.
Yeah.
And that's basically what happens with Titanx, with ETH. It's almost the same concept. You know, if you understand, just move the tokens around, you know, the exact same thing.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it was like, boom, okay, time to crank up the buy and burn on the Hydra bit. So boom, goes from Titanx to Dragon X to Hydra burn right away, right? Like I didn't know if it was separated, stopping there for a while. So
yeah, for example, let's say if the OA of Hydra wants to, you know, just pump the shit out of Hydra right now, let's say, you know, it's hypothetical talking, right? It could take the Hydra buy and burn that's sitting there right now without touching the first Dragon X one, and just crank up the purchasing power and reduce the time and let people just spam the buy. Then Hydra would just explode, right? But then of course people would just dump it down. So that's why you don't do that.
Yeah.
Right? You let
Another thing with Hydra is, so when max miners hit, you might see the miner ROI go negative for a little bit, like happened with Hyper, and then shoot back up because that's a big supply shock. But then the cool thing is, people can just take their Hydra and earn fucking 506% in Titan farms with the Dragon X Hydra pair. 506% APR. If you compound that, that's an insane number.
Yeah.
Like Hydra people are very, very happy.
Yeah.
They're doing very well.
In the form of a token too, 500% in the form of a token.
Yeah.
Yep.
So like me, the way I've the farms is so, and on the pulse chain side, I always went big on Pulse and Pulse X because I didn't care which one I end up with, right? Down the road to me is the same. So when I do the Hydra and Dragon X pair, it's almost like that for me, right? Like I don't care for a while which one I end up with because I'm just, to me, it's the same thing, you know? Of course, yeah, we could talk about, you know, Dragon X and the ratio down the road, blah, blah. But to me, it's, I don't care which one I end up with. My end goal is more Dragon X anyways, you know? So I don't care which one I end up long term, you know? So that's why that's the pair I feel safe playing with. That's just me, you know? Just to help you out, Jay.
And then don't forget Element 280 paired on top of all that.
Exactly. There you go.
He's like, stop talking about farms. Talk about Element 280.
Nice.
No, that's what's great with Element 280 is like if you're bullish on these projects, then like by default Element 280 is absorbing that.
Exactly.
Know, like,
so good.
Like, you know, talk all you want about how bullish you are on all these projects. It's great for Element 280.
You know, one thing I would love to see on the Element 280 stats is similar to like the Vault Treasury, because I told Steve this. So when you go to Vault stats, you can see what is in the Treasury, which is essentially the same as the reward payout, because that's the element that's basically locked up there for a week that is not owned by users. So that could be like an extra pie in the pie chart. The reward payouts, because that's owned in the smart contract. It's not a user.
That's a cool idea. Yeah, that would be super easy to add as well. So yeah, that's
23% burns, bro. This thing is gonna. There's not gonna be any left.
Jake,
and then you're gonna build on it. That's the crazy part.
You get it, right? E280.
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
It is. It's so good, bro. It's so good. It's so good.
This is a great comment right here.
Yeah, E280 is basically just a game of patience. Get your NFT, chill, and that's it. That's all you need to do.
That's all it is. And you
That's
get
this
paid.
entire system. Just exercise a little bit of patience.
Yeah, and this is like reverse. So first off, there's no stake, no lockup. Just holding the NFT, you're earning these rewards. But after the mint phase is done, these NFTs cannot inflate. They can only deflate. So instead of your quote unquote stake, your rewards, they can only grow larger. As every NFT gets burned, you're getting a larger share of the pie, not the opposite. You're not getting diluted by other users coming in. You're getting an increase by users exiting the system. Nobody else can come back in. So,
and you're earning when they exit the system.
Yes.
And the volume is only going to increase because we're so effing early in this protocol in the whole Titanx ecosystem.
And that's get rid of it. No, I'm just kidding.
and Jake, can I ask you just one last question? Sorry, on the subject we're talking about Dragon X. So the Dragon X. Sorry, shit. the Titanx that's ready to buy Dragon X, and also the Dragon X that's ready to buy Hydra, the group of people or the person or group or whoever created Dragon X is not the person that would be controlling the buy and burn, right? Whoever created Dragon X is not.
No. So I built Hydra.
Yeah, I know.
Just like all buy and burns, the founder of that protocol is the one who has access to everything. And
no, I was 99% sure, but I just wanted to make it 1,000%.
Good question.
Sure.
Some people don't know. Good question. There's no stupid question, right? Like,
well, I just didn't know once it flows there if it happens to be another person that had the lever. Then I was just wondering if it's the person I might be talking to right now, or somebody else that had.
Yeah, it's good.
Don't worry about it.
You know what I mean?
No, it's a good question. People need to understand too that what Jay is talking about too. The funds are in smart contracts. They're not just in regular wallets, personal wallets. You know? These are smart contracts. So what he's talking about, it's important to talk about and to understand that the sections he's talking about these are all smart contracts. You know, not like Jake or anybody or whoever has keys to any of these things could just take the funds and walk away with it. No, like they could maybe increase or decrease the buy and burn rate, like just like your stove. They just can't take the stove and run away out of your house.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Just whoever is increasing the interval and decreasing the interval, is it? I want to make sure. I just want to check.
Yeah,
if it was the person I thought it was, it's good.
Yo, dude, I love looking at just the element chart, and I see somebody sell and then buy and burns, buy, and then somebody just clicks like the buy and burns and goes right back up. It's so funny, man. It's so good. It's so good.
Dude, you said earlier that you're building. Dude, you said earlier that you're building already. There's 3 other protocols planned for E280, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would they be burning it?
That's what he's saying. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess the count's officially at 4 because I'm including Jake. So we got Jake that's interested. I like his idea. Hyper-deflationary on hyper-deflationary. Love it. That's all you got to say there. And then you got
deflationary.
Do what?
On hyper-deflationary, because Titanx is about to be hyper-deflationary too.
Yeah.
So he's building hyper-deflationary on your hyper-deflationary.
Jeez, nice.
And then Steve, Volt. Everyone's loving Volt. Volt is not stopping, and Volt is gonna have one of the pillars is E280. So, yeah, and then obviously more alpha that I'm not ready to share yet, but more is coming very soon.
Come on.
In August.
Realistically, I mean, with everything we know is building, and then the other 2 or 3 protocols that are planned for, like, realistically, there's got to be at least 30 to 40 other protocols that are planned right now already.
Like in general in the ecosystem, probably.
There's got to be with just so the Blaze team made a very interesting comment once. I don't know if everybody picked up on that, but about a month ago, they said that with when they launched Elevate. Is it Elevate? No, sorry.
Accelerate. Inferno?
Accelerate, sorry.
Oh.
They said that him and his 2 other partners were they're each getting like 2 or 3 calls per day. People wanting to build. And he said, 90% of them are no good. They either don't have a good idea or don't have the money to back or whatever. Maybe only 5-10% are good. But I was like, okay, that's 6 to 9 calls per day. Yeah. 10% of that is like 1 good lead per day. This was a month ago. Did anybody catch on that? Like, that's insane.
He's doing marketing math over there. I love it. He's like, wait a minute. So this amount of contacts, this amount of leads.
Oh yeah, no, but it's a minimum it's a minimum good lead every second day. That somebody's got a good idea and got the money to back it. In theory, kind of. They're getting like 15 solid leads per month. Just that team alone. This was a month ago.
Yeah.
Nobody even knew at the time. They were not even marketing Accelerate.
Yeah.
Nah, they're also very they're getting swamped.
Oh, for sure. Like, geez and rice.
Yeah. This question, I can't really give advice on, you do DeFi how you do it. But I will say you're welcome to Compound. And you're gonna pay a tax to all the NFT holders in the process.
You can try.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Volt is up only. It's sick. Volt just came out of nowhere. I was not ready for that. So good.
Every time there's a little pullback, I'm like, oh yeah, thank you. Let me just get a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
But all the pillars that he's launching are going to put a significant amount of pressure on the original Volt. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But it's also, you know, it's taking all these tokens as inputs, so it's supporting everything. All these pillars are supporting these projects, just like E280. You know, it's going to be an input token on one of these pillars, so it's designed to support Volt, but you know, it's pulling E280 off the market. You know, because it's required as a token for an input to come in. So
yeah. So if you look at sorry.
Yeah, and so for example, Volt Gold, I think 10% of the E280 that goes in gets burned, and then it routes through the Volt pairing, and then a percentage of the Volt that gets bought through the market goes back into the Volt, the treasure Volt, so people can auction on it on the Volt side. So it provides buy pressure, burns the input token. So it burns the input token, provides buy pressure on Volt, and that's just providing buy pressure on Volt. It's also buy pressure on itself, because Volt Gold, for example, is paired with Volt. Like there's you did a whole stream on it. I think it was yesterday when you talked about the Nexus, etc. I was like in the middle.
Yeah, I listened to that stream. I did, and I tried to.
It was a lot.
Holy fuck, man! I was like, "Jeez, I'm rice." And then there's the wheel, and then there's the Nexus, and then there's the Apex. I was like, "Jeez, I'm rice." And Jake's like, "What the fuck are you building?" He's like, "Jeez, I'm rice." I'm like, "If Jake is freaking out, it's good. It's really good."
Yeah, it clicked with me now. The Nexus is a cool idea. I'm very curious to see how that plays out, where you just essentially recirculate in certain liquidity pools while burning and vaulting, etc. That's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out, because that helps everything, because it becomes a massive supply sink.
But is 100% of the input token burnt, like Inferno or
No.
E280? No. Okay, that's what.
No. So let's say
you need the liquidity.
Let's say element 280 comes in, 1 billion element 280 comes in, 100 million gets burned. The other element 280 essentially buys gold, which is the Volt on element 280.
Okay, yeah.
So it's a very similar setup to the original Volt, just with different input tokens and the Volt pairing in the middle, and a percentage going back to the treasure Volt.
Oh, fuck! It's buying the original Volt to get to the.
Oh yeah, it's a massive buy and burn
to get to the pillar. Jesus Christ! Oh shit!
We're gonna blow his brain right here on
This
stream.
guy's
Live
losing
on
his
stream.
mind over here.
No, it's just that I'm like, I don't want to sell this one and this one. I need to buy a bit of this, but I don't want to sell this. You know.
Oh, did that comment from Fox Mulder? The last one. That was actually funny. He says, nice of Dude to take a break from playing background elf number 12 in Lord of the Rings to be here with us today.
Is he talking about me or?
No, about
Dude.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, I gotta jump off. I gotta go take care of some stuff. I'm sitting here in the dark. Like I've been sitting here with sunlight, and now the sun has went down, and I'm still at my computer, and it is dark outside, and my dog's bugging me. She wants some attention, so I gotta jump off.
Go ahead,
It's
buddy.
been great. You know, you don't have enough E280.
That's right.
You don't.
That's right.
You don't.
I'm in the same time zone as you, and it's sunny where I am still.
Bro, it's 9 p.m. in New York. I didn't eat breakfast yet. I'm about to go eat breakfast.
Nice.
I didn't eat anything all day. That's what's up. Let's fast today. Let's go. It's so fun.
Okay, you guys take care. Thanks for having me.
Better man.
Hey, buddy.
You're awesome.
See ya. Yeah.
All right, well, fellas, I'm about to drop off too. My wife, I know, is gonna knock me out if I don't get off. All right, it's been a pleasure. Oh man, what a conversation, dude. What you created was amazing. Jake, you already know how I feel about you. Mo, you, Jay, keep up with your marketing stuff, and the information you give is very valuable. I appreciate it, man.
Right.
Everybody in the chat, keep it up, man. This is great. Get your E280s, man. I'm telling you, man. In a few months, I'm gonna look back. I'm like, I told you, you should get it. You know, so please do that. And, dude, I did send you a TG. When you ever get a chance to look at that, we'll talk about that more later. Okay, buddy?
Cool. Yeah.
You guys enjoy it, man. And, you know, just don't FOMO, man. Don't FOMO too much, man. And please, if you can.
Too late for that.
You can't do that. You give us all FOMO, and then you go, don't have FOMO. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's all you do is give me FOMO. I love you, Marco.
Burn all your NFTs if you can, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, guys. Later.
See you, bro. See you, bro.
All right, see it.
All right, I'm gonna hop off as well because I don't want to hit
Yeah.
the 4 hour mark. Because
I was just gonna say, as long as you end in the next 15 minutes, Jake's happy.
No, yeah, I'm ready to wrap up. You know, because we did an hour-long stream with Mo before we even started this, so we're going on plenty long enough.
Yeah,
nice.
These
Jake,
stats are
animals.
amazing.
Jake, do you have
Animals all
time
of
to
you.
jump on a call for about 10 minutes so I can run my marketing idea with you? I didn't want to say it on
we
the
can do
stream
it in
'cause
we can do it in the back room after this. I can be on for like 5-10 minutes more.
yeah.
Cool.
Hey.
Yeah. Anybody? You got any last words, Jake?
I'll do the Mo. It's gonna be nice.
Fucking nice.
Well, now Mo, now you can't say that. So, what are your last words?
Let's fucking go.
Oh, damn it! You stole my last words.
Before you go, how do we do the back room?
Well,
You just stay
I'll
on.
kill the stream in a second. Yeah, just stay on for a second. Yeah. Just a quick update. Minting for E280 is live. We've got 18 days, 12 hours. After that, minting is forever closed. The tokens in supply are that's capped, and we start that deflationary stage very soon. So let's fucking go. Thanks for coming on and checking us out. And I'll definitely have my face on screen quite a bit in the next week or two. So yeah, stick around. And peace.